All right. Hello again, adventurers, and welcome to another exciting episode of the One Shot. That's a heck of a lot longer than one shot. Yay, yay, yay,
Yeah.
yay. Today will hopefully, barring my internet deciding to die randomly, will hopefully be the conclusion to this adventure. Whether that conclusion ends positively or negatively will depend on the characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Three squishies.
three squishies and a monk.
I'm not squishy, I'm malleable.
I mean,
Sure.
you keep saying this term squishy, and then I look at all of our hit points, and I beg to differ.
Yeah, but when the creatures can do 50 or 60 hits in hit points in a single hit, and they get 3 attacks,
I'll live, they won't.
as long as I'm alive. There's an episode of Acquisitions Incorporated where everyone's in a. I think it was during their 4th edition Giga games where they're talking about, well, you have to watch out for this, and Mike Krahulik, who plays the wizard, goes, "Oh, I'll be fine. I've got Expeditious Retreat." And everyone's like, "Well, for the rest of us," he's like, "You didn't take Expeditious Retreat, the wizard ability, when none of you are wizards. Guess it sucks to be you, doesn't it?"
Well, to alter the old axiom, I don't have to run faster than the dragon. I just have to run faster than you.
That's what monks are the best. We have built-in speed. I pissed off a rogue once because he was trying to steal from the group. We were playing an Adventures League game, and he went ahead
okay.
and he found a cache of jewels, and he was trying to take all the jewels for himself and claim that he didn't find any. And I was playing my Shadow Monk, who can keep pace with a rogue, even with cunning action, because I can teleport and see in the dark and all these other things. And so I pissed him off by going, no, I insight check that, and wisdom is my highest stat, so, and I'm trained at insight, so let's see how good you are, rogue. And he's like, okay, here's the gems I've found. Because in the Adventurers League at that point, you pooled all the money together at the end, and everyone got a cut.
Yeah. I did joke around with that because I had a rogue that I stumbled through so many loopholes and I min-maxed him. I didn't realize I was doing it, and it's just said like, and you find this and that, and he said, and you find an opal worth like 5,000 gold, and I just went, what opal? And it's like, but I joked and that I did show it because my character wasn't like that. He actually stole because it was the challenge.
Well, it was running Adventure League games for as long as I did it, especially in Wisconsin, where we have such a huge D&D presence, because we made it. Yeah, thank Wisconsin for D&D.
D&D and cheese. You're welcome, America.
D&D, cheese, the Packer fans. Okay, we kind of apologize for that, but
Yeah.
yeah, we I learned all the loopholes in 5th edition in a year, because we had to deal with them as DMs and then as a local coordinator, because min-maxers ran rampant in the early seasons of the Adventures League. And most of that was because the Adventures League put such strict rules on how you could play that... and then some of the adventures were just very poorly written and poorly balanced, that min-maxing became kind of a way of life in the Adventures League. Anyway, you guys probably want to see us like play a game, right?
Watch one of us barely survive.
So I think it's time to return to Alcazar's appendix. And not like appendix, like appendix is like a table of content.
Did you ever see the PBS Agatha Christie black and white drawing intro before the?
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I am not a mystery fan. So Agatha Christie was not something I ever watched. I also didn't watch Murder, She Wrote, Diagnosis Murder, all of those things. Despite the fact...
I can't remember if it was Agatha Christie, but it was like the mystery. It was like a mystery thing they had. Man, it was always. I wasn't even a fan of mystery either, but there was always that very distinct intro of black and white drawing for the intro for that particular show.
My TV watching habits were very bizarre when I was young because it was entirely what my parents liked, and anything they didn't like was not just they didn't watch it. It was bad and evil. So I had things like, I thought for years that Tiny Toon Adventures and Animaniacs were disgusting shows.
Aww.
I'm the result of no parental controls. I watched all manner of reruns and everything, and...
Well, it was the weirdest thing when I found out, like, Friends was another one that was an incredibly raunchy and disgusting show that we never watched. And it wasn't until it came out on Netflix years ago that I actually watched this as a series. I'm like, this, other than the fact that it's a bit dated, because I'm watching it in, 2012, this is a really great show. Like, I enjoyed Friends. I don't think it's as amazing as some people say, but I thought it was great. And there was nothing wrong with it. But because they talked about sex, it was... the worst thing in the world.
It's smut.
They didn't like...
This is just a smut fest.
Yeah, they didn't like Cow and Chicken because there were butts in it.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
well,
I'm not particularly fond of that either. But, like, we couldn't watch Ed, Edd and Eddy because every so often there'd be butts in it. Or, I think at one point they didn't like Dexter's Lab.
So, all the cartoons.
Yeah, which sucked because I like Dexter's Lab.
Technically, there's a lot of Warner Brothers cartoons that...
Yep, and we didn't watch any of them. It was the weird stuff that I watched. Like, we watched... I literally found an intro of it recently because I was just scrolling through random things on YouTube and I found it. There was a Christian show, because I grew up in a Christian house. We'll get to the game in a second, folks. This is story time.
This is the D&D experience. Sorry, folks. This is true.
We watched a lot of Christian children's shows, like Superbook, The Flying House, and one of them, I can't remember what it was called. It's on the tip of my tongue.
This is
Anyway, so the plot of this was there was this repair shop, handy shop, which are things that don't exist anymore. But back in the before times, if something broke, you would actually take it to a place called a repair shop. And the repair shop would have just like all these shelves and broken things would be there that were dropped off by people that someday would get fixed and then you would get returned to you.
Everything was a tiny motor.
Yeah. And so there was this repair handyman guy that ran this repair shop, and kids would show up all the time. And he had a shelf that would open up, and it would take the Sunshine Factory. That was what it was called. And so what would happen is every so often he would open this hidden door in the back of his dusty, disgusting repair shop, and he would take all of these kids into the Sunshine Factory. Which,
oh God, this is a stranger danger scenario.
Yeah,
which,
that made
the Sunshine Factory.
Out of the box.
All of the sets were made out of neon and pastel walls and everything. Like everything was bright colors and all this. And there was this dude named Mortimer Smurge, who was like the janitor, and he was the bad guy, and he was always trying to pull, I guess, pranks or things like that. And he had this cat that I can't remember his name, but it was a puppet that spoke entirely in but it wasn't a good puppet. It was literally kind of a sock puppet with fur all over it that had no mouth. So it was literally I'll do it without my tremor.
Like Mr. Rogers?
It had no face. It just had two eyes on it. And so he would just go. It was the weirdest thing.
To Henrietta Pussycat.
Yeah, kind of. And it was the weird. It was amorphous. It was so weird. So I used to watch that and Gerbert and all these other shows that like five other people watched. but were really popular on like the Turner Broadcasting Network because all they showed was Christian stuff. And so after church, we would watch that stuff. And
My earliest memory of a kid show was Today's Special.
that is not what I'm familiar with.
That was back in the day when Nickelodeon had made all these deals with Canada and basically it was one step shy of PBS, and they got all the other shows from all the other countries.
Yeah, it's so
Today's Special. It was about a mannequin that came to life at night. Jeff the mannequin.
That's not crazy at all.
Who was brought to life by I can't remember the name of the magician. Who Hocus Pocus Alamagocus was the magical word, and as long as Jeff the mannequin kept the hat on his head, he was alive. Whenever the hat fell off, and it always did every show.
That's interesting.
There was a puppet in that one. There's several puppets. There was Sam the night. There was Sam the night security guard, TXL the security store computer, and Muffy Mouse, who was a puppet who always rhymed, who lived in a little tiny penthouse that was so big you saw it outside. You could see the elevator going up.
Anyway,
sorry for
that's fine. Like I'm reminiscing over the weird stuff that we either watched or didn't watch as children, and I missed out on some cool. Like Pirates of Dark Water was a cool show we couldn't watch because they didn't like the art design in it. Which I guess isn't a bad thing because Pirates of Dark Water got canceled like mid-season.
It didn't last very long. Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters, which I also know the story about why it's called the real Ghostbusters. But that's another rant.
That I couldn't watch either because it had ghosts, and ghosts are spirits, and spirits are evil.
That's how you let the devil in.
Funny thing is, my parents loved the Ghostbusters movies. They just didn't let us watch them.
Oh yeah.
Bill Murray is hilarious.
Well, to be fair, yeah, there's the scene. Like I watch that now, I'm just like, it's amazing that they based a cartoon off this movie. Like there's a scene where Dan Aykroyd's having a dream about a ghost.
Yeah, I know this is scene. The weird things, like Mr. T had his own cartoon for a while.
Oh yeah.
Cartoons, at that point, and they actually passed laws to make this illegal now in most countries I'm aware of. Cartoons were created to sell toys. Like that's where Transformers and all that stuff.
Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man. They actually created the toy line first and say, hey, make a cartoon out of this.
Toys still does it.
There were shows that like they Transformers or Beast Wars I think it was. Mm-hmm. The show was again created to sell the toys, but they made a mistake and actually hired good writers. And so when they needed to sell new toys every season, the writers started getting mad because like, no, we have these storylines and now we have to kill all the characters. We're not doing it. Make new versions of the characters. We'll transform them. We're not killing off the characters. Because that's what they pissed off with Transformers the movie. They pissed off the fan base because they killed Optimus and Megatron.
If you want to go down an interesting rabbit hole in story history, look up the history involving the cartoon Gargoyles and how the O.J. Simpson trial affected it.
Gargoyles is another one that was. There were so many amazing, like
folks. Third try. We're gonna try and play D&D.
Yeah. Even like Batman Beyond and the Batman Superman adventures were created to sell action figures, but they were so brilliant.
Yeah.
That they lasted longer than the action figures did.
Yeah, you wanna know how many Super Robot shows Japan's still making to sell action figures.
Well, for Super Sentai, which is Power Rangers over here.
Yeah.
They actually changed it in the show to where in the early seasons of Super Sentai and Power Rangers, they had props that they would use for all their weapons, and then they would sell like different versions as toys. And what ended up happening was to make it easier to sell the toys. Now in every Super Sentai and Power Rangers, they use the toys as the actual props. Like their morphers are the same morphers that you can buy, and their weapons are mostly this is the same.
Same with Pretty Cure. Oh my god, the toy marketing in that one is off the charts.
Which I won't lie, I still have. I don't know where I put it. I still have a morpher. I have the Green Ranger morpher here, and I have the Dragon Dagger over there. Like I, even though
Zordon right behind you.
Yeah, I've got Zordon. I've got that's my Megazord I got for Christmas, and yeah, I still buy the toys despite the fact I know they're there, but they're awesome. Especially the old the new stuff that is it Bandai? No, it's not Bandai now. I can't remember who owns them now. Anyway, I'm gonna play the intro music, and we're actually gonna play a game. How's that sound? For those of you watching this on YouTube, we do actually play today. It's going to be right now.
This was a running gag I had at my old D&D table because, like, we always start talking about whatever bullshit before we get to the actual game, and then I always do a joke like, "All right, you nerds, enough talking about Star Wars. Let's play some D&D." Or, "All right, nerds, enough talking about anime. Let's play some D&D."
It's a one-shot. One of the party members got cursed and didn't get a long rest. And now they need to take this golem to find an ancient city that may or may not have a dragon to deal with. The end. So...
And we all leveled up.
Yeah, and they're all level 42. But it only goes to 20. I don't care! So, you all wake up from your little long rest, and you notice... Well, you slept, you just didn't get a long rest.
The hell I did.
You had nightmares, so you had to sleep at some point.
I was like, that's a little too much like what happened to me last week. I woke up in sweat and probably feel like nightmares and delirium and...
Panic attacks in your dreams are fun.
Yeah. Well, I use detect magic and I look down and my wound's glowing.
So, you guys all noticed that while the rest of you were able to get a decent night's sleep, knowing that the purple worm was dead, Quinn does not seem to have rested very well.
You do the ritual and I cast a remove curse. Druckers. Okay. I hate my life.
I mean, I don't see anything
Whose
wrong.
idea was this?
I don't see anything wrong.
I'm still look jacked up. I want also to be clear.
So, little bit of blood running to the down.
There's no way it's like, yeah, there's no ways things like I don't look messed up.
15 hit points is plenty. That's more than a first level character has.
If this were Doom, if this were the old school Doom, and you saw my face in that little window, all jacked up. One eye swollen, blood.
You basically look like Rocky at the end of Rocky 1. Going, Adrian!
Yeah, Mick, I think I failed my saving throw.
But the rest of you seem okay at this point. And you have a way to go. There's a map on one of the murals in this room that is basically pointed you to the destroyed city of Azumar. So, what would you guys like to do? It's early night since you guys sleep during the day for right now. But the sun has already dipped well below the horizon at this point.
I would first appreciate it if someone could friggin' heal me.
I mean, you don't look that different to me. Don't know what to say.
Yeah, you seem fine. Let's go.
I will die and I will haunt you. I will haunt you.
Does anyone have healing spells in this group?
I thought someone was a cleric. Wasn't someone a cleric?
No, there are no clerics in this.
It's a minor cleric, but yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah. Show
Yeah,
has...
I know someone can heal because I got little healed last time.
I mean, I
So
can burn
ready to
you.
go? Let's go.
He could punch you to make you feel better.
Or make us feel better either way.
You feel better? No, I do.
Okay, fine. All right, let's do this. There's a little thing over Quinn's head that said Quinn will remember this. Cool.
So where do we go now?
Blue, do me a solid. Do me a solid. Blue. Blue.
Show has taken an involuntary vow of silence. So every so often he may not reply.
No, blue.
Oh, blue? Blue doesn't have the ability to heal.
No, not heal, like to get up on his shoulders.
Oh, yeah. He kind of he looks at you and he just. And
I'm
he
just like
leans
him.
down.
I'm like, oh, thanks, boy. All right, fine. Appreciate it. Oh god.
Just take all the time you need up there. Where are we going?
Yeah. Enjoy not riding the tensor's disc this time, you bastard.
I never did.
So you guys have
Just leaning on blue and was like, I show them kindness so they make it easy trip easier for them. They'll leave me up here bleeding and
I have
bruised.
7 passive perception. I don't notice shit.
Hmm.
you guys know you can probably get to the ruined city.
My passive perception sucks.
I have a 20 passive
Within
perception.
less than a night's to travel. It's close enough to where you guys are that you can get there within like 6-ish hours, maybe 8 or to 10 if you go really slow. But before the sun rises.
I'm just imagining this is like the old CRT animation of Oregon Trail.
Mm-hmm.
Just a golem just dirt.
Watch out for
dirt.
dysentery. So, is there any prep you guys would like to make before heading out, or anything you want to do while you're traveling?
I can't prep jack or shit.
If you guys want to stop short of the city, again, because it's at least about 6 hours away, you could camp once.
Take a short rest.
But there's nothing between you and the city right now as far as cover is concerned.
Yeah. We would kind of be open targets.
That is up to you guys.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do?
If we're not impeded, and I don't think anyone else... Does anyone have any special requirements?
I mean, I'll just vamp out my wings. I'm good.
If you want to go up and try and do a shot at watching for Sandworm movements.
Worm sign.
Legally distinct purple worms.
Well, to be perfectly honest, purple worms are nothing like makers from Dune.
Yeah.
Like,
well, yeah,
they're bad. Don't get me
gargantuan for a
wrong.
Yeah.
But if you guys had to deal with a maker, you wouldn't have survived.
We're dead. No. We're level 20. We might survive.
I don't know. Does anyone have create water? Because that kills them instantly.
Yes, I do.
See, you'd be perfectly fine. So anyway, I do need you guys to decide what you wanted to do.
I mean, to push on like we normally do.
Theoretically, as far as mechanics are concerned, you can only have one long rest within a 24-hour period. So bare minimum, you have to travel. I'm asking, do you guys want to stop just short of the city, or do you want to continue on to this city? Do you want to stop short and risk having to deal with something in the desert, or do you want to go directly to the city itself?
I think guys, correct me if I'm wrong. My idea might be making it to the city and then potentially long resting there. That way we have some type of cover, at the least.
Okay.
Or does anyone have a other alternative idea?
No.
I mean, Goldie hasn't even noticed that there's a map that we're following.
Hmm?
He's just following. So yeah, it's fine with me. So
Okay.
It sounds like the consensus is get to the city and then rest.
All right. So, you guys head out at night, where as you first could come out, the sand is still hot enough from the very recent sun that it's a bit toasty as you're going. But as the night goes, within the first hour or so, the temperature drops drastically. And you guys start kind of warming yourselves and dealing with the intense chill of the night. As you're going, you crest a dune and see a rocky escarpment in the distance with a small cave entrances all over its surface. Dozens of tiny humanoid creatures dash back into the caves, sensing your presence.
What the hell?
I'm gonna presume we're too far away to see what they were, because it's also night.
Do you have the dark vision?
Yeah.
Well, there's a full moon out tonight, so it's dimly lit. So even without the dark vision, you can still see. It's just a disadvantage.
Would I have disadvantage with dark vision?
You would have no disadvantage. Because your dark vision only goes up to 60 feet, right? And these would be further than just 60 feet away.
Yes.
So if anyone wants to try, and anyone that wants to can go ahead and make up a perception check with the disadvantage to see if they can recognize the creatures.
I'm good and proper messed up. I'll try anyway. Disadvantage.
I'm the best scout, so of course I'll do
Very
it.
nice.
It's
15. 15.
Oh.
0.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
0.
I rolled an 18 and a 14.
25.
Wow, 25. Even
Perception, right?
Yes.
16.
Yeah, but between all of you, you are able to kind of make out what your sis is seeing. And if you give me a couple seconds here,
I think I would point at Blue and like, hey, Blue, you know what those are?
Blue kind of looks at them and shakes his head.
Guess not.
I don't have my resources I normally have.
Quinn's gonna like slide down in case things go sideways.
So
Because a fall might hypothetically hurt him, even though it's sand.
So, what you guys see is these strange bipedal creatures. But instead of a face, they have what kind of looks like a mask with these strange designs on it. The mask itself is bright, pure white, but it has like lines and the dots all over it. And I'm going to see... Here we go. And for those of us at home, my thing is not...
It looks like something out of a Ghibli film.
Yep.
I'm getting Ori and the Blind
does.
Forest vibes.
For those of you at home, that is what they're seeing. If anyone wants to roll... that is a fantastic question as to what you would roll for that. I guess...
Arcana?
Yeah.
Sure
Arcana
like
would,
nature.
Arcana would make sense for it. If anyone wants to roll Arcana, they'll see if they can... you can see if you can recognize them.
Well, thanks to not having a long rest, I'm out of luck points. That's a 12.
Natural 20!
Not
Wee,
20, not
thank you.
bad at all. Quinn, you are so exhausted that you're having a hard time really placing
bloody
much
hell.
of anything right now. Something about him seems familiar, but you can't tell. However, Psycho, as you kind of look at them, You remember a story once you heard about these creatures called Chewinga. They
I got very happy and pointed that out, chat.
They are elementals, and they're elemental spirits that live in plants, rocks, and rivers far from civilization because they are painfully shy. And they generally prefer to move about unseen. With a nat 20, you would know they tend to give just about everything as wide a berth as physically possible and try to be in as much nature as they can. But humanoids and civilization in general tends to fascinate them. So as much as they attempt to avoid being noticed, they have a hard time not investigating humanoids and civilization in general, which is why
I like Chewingas.
which is why you tend to find them a lot of times in forests where there are no habits, no humans that live there, or creatures that humanoid creatures that live there, but are near settlements. Though it is a little bit weird to find them out in the middle of the desert.
Certainly is curious to see.
Well, there used to be
Somebody
civilization
shot-
here.
Oh, yes, that's right. Maybe we should give them their space anyway. They're
Could we-
probably very shy.
Could we give them an offering?
What? Would
Scrap
that
the
be an
food.
option?
Scrap them. Scrap. Well, they're elementals, right? They don't need really. They're not. They don't need to eat food.
I would say with a nat 20, since you got a nat 20, you have heard legends about Chewinga. If they are so inclined, they can give a magical gift to the two travelers that they trust or that they find that they like. But that is entirely in legends and folklore. As far as you know, you're not aware of anyone that has actually been able to study or known anyone personally that has ever gotten one of these magical gifts.
Want some things here? See something.
So what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to. Well, let's go up there. Like, how far away are we?
At this point, you're several hundred feet away.
I'm gonna I don't think he'll scare him off. He'll get a distance away. He'll get close enough. He'll get up there, just like, hey, little guy, like, puts his hands up, like being really careful. I'm sure they just either scattered or they just like away. So he's gonna go up there, and he's got a bag of ball bearings. He's just gonna take 5 ball bearings. He's gonna use Mage Hand. He's gonna just put them there, give him a little something, and just back away. Go back to the group.
Sorry, I was doing 7 different things at the same time. Again, it's just, what were you going to do? You were gonna move forward?
I took about 5. I took about 5 my ball bearings.
Okay.
That I had from my bag. Used Mage Hand so I wouldn't approach them closely myself, and just used it over there and just like placed it down in front of like where they were gathered.
Okay.
The thing, and then just backed off and went back to the group.
Now the range of Mage Hand is a little
30 feet.
Yeah. So do you want to get close enough that you could actually get it? Because again, you are like 500 or 600 feet away at this particular point. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going.
All right. just so I understand.
It would take me a couple of turns.
No,
but I
it
was
makes
like, yeah.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
So as you kind of very slowly move towards them, you can't see them anymore because they've kind of retreated into these tiny little houses and caves on this rock plateau. And as you get within about 100 feet, you suddenly feel the ground start rumbling and shaking. And you watch as sand starts pouring off the edges of this stone, and you see the stone area gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually, after it has gotten absolutely humongous, you see the stone platforms start to rise. One end of it starts to pitch upwards and start to rise out of it, and you notice leathery skin underneath it.
Oh no!
Oh, bloody hell! I was like, I'm the baby gif.
As directly underneath where you're standing, more sand starts to go and it starts to rise, and suddenly this massive reptilian head is staring at you, easily the size of a house, a very nice house. And as you're sitting there staring at this massive reptilian face, you see it open its mouth and this rush of air comes out as you hear the words, "Who are you?"
Not to be like, as in common, correct?
Yes, in Candlekeep.
Gonna just say like, Quinn Felix just trying to be friendly to the local flora and fauna. Bye. Was just making an offering. Wasn't gonna disturb nothing.
Others of your kind have caused trouble.
Halflings can't. No, none of my family around here. All right, bye. I'm still going. I am trying to get away if I'm not going to be impeded.
As you start to run away, you see him, and he stops as if something is stopping him. And you hear this sound of metal scraping on metal as he stops short, and you see him kind of fall down. You see this brief wince of pain in his eyes, and he kind of gathers himself.
Okay.
The rest of you have seen this as well. What would you all like to do?
I'm sorry, just for verification, you said it was just a dragon head or lizard head?
It's a reptilian head coming out of, well, it looked like rock, but you're now realizing it's probably closer to some sort of shell.
Is it blue?
It is not blue.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay. Right. Well, Quinn's.
It is not the head of a dragon by any stretch of the word, but it is reptilian and looks somewhat similar to a dragon head. But this is definitely not any sort of dragon you've ever seen.
I'm gonna guess Arcana to know what this is.
Sure.
Yep.
As I am booking it back. I'm looking over my shoulder, like, what the hell is that?
I'm just standing there drinking out
The
of a
dice
glass.
give
It's
it,
going,
the
good
dice
job.
take it away.
Is there not anyone that wants to? Or actually, you could use nature if you'd prefer on this, because this is not... it could be an arcane creature, but it could also be a natural creature, depending on how you want to describe it. But anyone that wants to can roll.
15 for Quinn.
15's good enough. This is a dragon to the tortoise.
A dragon tortoise in the desert.
Yeah. It's similar to a dragon turtle, but it lives on land. They're significantly more rare, if for no other reason than there's a lot less land than there is water.
Are they as greedy as their seaward cousins?
You're not 100% certain. They're rare enough that a lot of people are not aware they exist. They think that they are extinct. Again, dragons in general used to be a relatively popular thing to hunt. And dragon turtles not being able to, or tortoises, not being able to fly away or swim away as a dragon turtle would be able to do, made for easier prey while still being draconic.
I know enough to know that a draconic anything's got a breath weapon of something or other. So I'm just kidding. I'm booking it back.
So about the rest of you, you guys can see again. You do see that kind of pained look in his eyes as he kind of tries to move forward and then stops. And you see him slowly kind of settle back down.
Can I tell if he's like being restrained by something?
It looks like it. With how quickly he stopped, something is preventing him from moving forward. Like he looked kind of like a dog that reached the end of his chain.
Yeah.
At this point,
Would it be like magical in nature?
It's possible. If you want to roll, this would be an Arcana check. If you want to roll an Arcana check.
Oh yeah. That's pretty good. 22.
So kind of a little looking over, and it does take you getting a little bit closer to it, but after seeing it kind of lurch forward towards Quinn, you know where's safe and where it's not safe. So as you get a little bit closer, you can see there are these massive chains that seem to disappear beneath the sand that seem to pierce the shell, but their physical form is not all there. Like they have a glow-ish to them. They have a sheen to them. So you're relatively certain that these are magical chains that have apparently bound this creature. And with it to the 22, you think a dispel magic would probably remove them.
Anyone have dispel magic?
Why do you want to dispel it?
Excuse me, are you being chained against your will?
And you see him kind of open his eyes back up.
All Gruul has been trapped for millennia.
These chains, you see him kind of shift the shell, and you see them grow taut again as he goes.
Netherese wizards trapped me here. The center of their city. When they abandoned it, they left me to die. My friends.
And he kind of gestures to the little holes on his shell.
Have kept me alive.
Psycho, I'm not on. I kind of think I see where you're going, but he was pretty much. I got a distinct feeling he wanted to have a little, making me a snack. I was trying to get away.
Blue comes up to you and kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. He goes, I can help.
I'll fly closer. I'll fly closer to the creature.
Would counterspell achieve the same effect, or is it dispel magic only?
Counterspell stops a spell from being cast. Once the spell is already cast, you have to dispel it. So counterspell would not.
All right.
I look to you, and Quinn looks to you and goes, "Are we sure we want to do? Let's."
And Blue kind of steps up again. He's like, "I can help."
Help dispel? Because I know Psycho's translating.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I say go for it.
We're really. Oh, do we want to get a feel for him about what he might do to us if he does get free? Maybe try and get.
Insight?
We want to have a
Sure.
chat
Go
with
ahead
him first.
and play. Roll an insight check.
23.
So looking over the creature, you've never read a dragon turtle before or tortoise before, so the intricacies of whether he's lying or telling the truth are a bit beyond you. But what you can get from him is he seems to care a lot about the chewingas, and he has a very protective attitude of them. You don't sense any malice in what he's doing. You think maybe him moving forward was simply in an effort to ensure that the chewingas. He basically was positioning himself between.
He's trying to protect them.
Yeah.
I repeat, as I'm talking to them, but I'm yelling over there. I told him I was gonna just give him an offering. I was gonna give him some friggin' ball bearings to play with.
Others have said that.
That specifically, that's a hell of a coincidence.
They come bearing gifts.
Yeah,
Blue,
it's a bad thing.
if you can help him, please do.
Oh,
You
bloody
see
hell.
Blue nods. And you watch him rub the blue thing on his chest, and you watch as the plate itself starts to open, and the sapphire beneath it glows this bright color. And he reaches out, and you watch this stream of energy go as the chains themselves dissolve.
Awesome!
And then you watch as it closes, and you see him kind of fall down a little bit drained from the effort.
Blue. Oh, that's a. Okay, you okay, buddy?
The ground rumbles even more as you watch the dragon turtle come to his full height. Astride massive legs looking down on you. You see him kind of look at you specifically, Psycho. And as strange as it is to describe, he seems to be smiling.
Which could also be frightening.
As he turns on,
My new friend. What is your name?
I am Psycho Hero.
Oh, glad you're friends with him. God,
I have been trapped in this desert, in this spot, for thousands of years. This is my first taste of freedom. I will not forget this gift.
You are very welcome.
Now, I will return to my ancestral territory and rest in my home.
as you say that, you see these little creatures starting to kind of climb down. And he notices this too, and you watch him very slowly kind of reach his shell down until 4 of the chewingas come forward. And they come up to you, Psycho, and one of them kind of reaches up and kind of gestures for you to come down. It doesn't seem like they have any ability to communicate.
Oh, okay.
But it kind of gestures for you. And as you get close, you see it kind of hold its hand up, and it places its very, very tiny hand on your head. And you feel this kind of magic rush over you. And you gain the charm of the Mirage. This charm allows you to cast the hallucinatory terrain spell, spell save of 15
Right.
once as an action.
Okay.
And after you use it, the charm fades away.
Okay.
And the rest of the Chawinga kind of nod and smile at you, and then they kind of go back to their dragon turtle.
Before they do, they're kind of like, before they, just like, hey, I was just like, he does the mage hand with the ball bearings. Like, I was just trying to be friendly. That's all. I was just wanted to give you a little something to play with.
And a few of them come over, and one of them takes a ball bearing, and they kind of look at it. And the
Got
ball
5
bearing
of 'em.
itself is like this big
Yeah.
compared to them.
Well, it's got 5. It's got 5 of them. So if they wanted to play around with them or something, that's the reason why he was doing it.
He's kind of looking at it and gives it to another one who looks at it. And they place it down. Pick it back up. They roll it on the ground, and it goes down a sand dune really well because it's smooth metal. And pick another one. You roll it down this sand dune. Pick another one. You roll it down this sand dune. One of them runs down, starts bringing them back up. You roll it down this sand dune. They seem to be pleased with it. The one that initially picked it up comes over to you, and while still looking at the ball bearings, just kind of taps you on the ankle, and you feel this kind of jolt of energy. And you get the Charm of the Water Bearer. This charm allows you to create 1 gallon of fresh water, which fills 1 or more empty containers in your possession. You can do this up to thrice per day for 10 days, after which this charm vanishes from you.
Oh, thanks, little guy. Appreciate it.
And with that, they can.
You guys eat? You want a licorice? I actually have like a bag of red licorice. And I'm like, I don't know if you eat it or not. I don't know.
Well, they kind of gather up their ball bearings, and they climb back on the turtle, and the dragon tortoise starts going off into the distance.
Yeah, I was going to ask her. Was there community on the dragon tortoise's shell?
Yes. You actually watch as he starts to effectively kind of dive into the sand, swimming through it, very similar to how a dragon turtle would swim through the water.
Is it going in the relative direction that we are?
No, it's going
The opposite way.
perpendicular to where you guys are. Like if you guys
Makes
are
sense.
going north, it goes to the west.
It makes sense because if he was kept prisoner watchdog here, makes sense he would get the hell away, go back
Well,
home.
he did mention there was a city around him. So at one point, this was a small, basically a suburb, you would just assume.
Oh, a suburb. This place truly is domed.
Anyway, the kind of pit that he leaves is deep enough that you think you might be able to sleep decently there. There's been enough movement into the things like that more likely than not, creatures are going to avoid the territory for a little bit. And the fact that there was a dragon turtle here previously.
I would submit something like that would actually scare away purple worms.
Yeah, dragon turtles are not to be messed with. And again, since it's been here for millennia, more likely than not, the animals have learned to avoid this area. So, do you guys want to try and sleep for the night, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Well, considering I almost had a bloody heart attack, yeah, that's great.
I mean, it was just a turtle.
You would think of anyone that would be really excited about seeing a dragon to be you.
Not a dragon.
That's in the dragon family, friend.
I'll point to myself. This is a dragon. Okay? Scales. Wings. Dragon.
Very good. Dragon 2.
You keep thinking that.
Probably only think dragons only breathe fire, too.
Duh. I mean, I do.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I'll do the ritual casting for Hut.
Okay. The rest of you are able to make camp, and again, because of the combination of where you currently are, and the hut and everything, the night passes without any major issues.
So I get a long rest.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did do. Now that the curse is gone.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Tamara.
So when you all will wake up, as the sun is setting, the brief period of the twilight actually silhouettes the city on the horizon. And you can see that you're probably only a few hours away at this point.
Ew.
Any other prep work you guys want to do before you head into this city itself?
Well, I'm definitely going to cast Mage Armor again.
Okay.
Me too.
I mean, I brought nothing but damaging spells, so I don't think you want me to prep. I mean, it works so great with the Rakshas, let me tell you.
I cast Fireball at level 42 on the party.
I mean, in another campaign that happened.
Guys, I'm trying to build your fire resistance.
We get closer to the city. If it gets necessary, I'll cast past the trace.
Okay. As you get closer to the city, you become more and more aware that the city itself is in ruins. You see before you a city that has long fallen to ruin. Scoured husks of once magnificent stone buildings jut out of the desert like rotted teeth. Emerging from under the smothering sands, the remnants of ancient streets wind their way around crumbled walls and through the rubble of collapsed buildings. Ahead, you see and hear a sandstorm in the middle of the ruined city that swirls in place like a dome of an immense, seething cathedral. And as Blue gets here, he seems confused, and he kind of points at the sands, the sandstone, or the sandstorm. And he turns to you, and he points. He goes, "That's new."
The Sandstorm, or that was leaving behind?
He's pointing to the sandstorms specifically.
Were sandstorms not common back then?
Does it look more like a natural sandstorm, or does it look like it's like a barrier of something, like to prevent people from going in?
It looks like a barrier. Sandstorms are not are relatively common in deserts, but sandstorms move because they're storms. This is stationary.
Oh.
Literally, it looks like a dome over an area.
I mean, do we think it's magical?
Yeah, if it's stationary, that's got to be magical. And this was, I mean, we're pretty much in the area of the Netherese Empire.
Hmm.
If not, we're down near close. It got to be. So, if we were to keep going this direction, where would that take us?
He says, "Well, my master."
So also the vault.
Yes.
and they have they had some type of protection built up. Maybe this is what was keeping the dragon out.
With my background and obsession with dragons, would I know if this is caused by could be caused by a dragon? This local sandstorm?
Because of how stationary it is, this is not. This is obviously magical, and it's meant to keep people out. If any of you have dealt, again, with you being level 15 or 15 characters, you've been around the world for a while. You would at least be aware sandstorms can strip the flesh off of bones. It's like sandblasting something. So they can be very dangerous depending on how high they are, or how high the winds are. So using a stationary sandstorm to keep people out of an area is a rather effective method of doing it. It would basically be like walking through a bunch of daggers constantly cutting at you. You know, the bits of sand are small and hard and will cut. So,
well, I mean,
dragons are known to powerful dragons are known to have magic, but this is a unique spell. This is not something you've ever seen in any spell book you've ever heard of. This is more likely than not a custom spell designed by someone, an archmage level kind of magician,
or multiple powerful someones.
Well, I mean, unless it's very susceptible to fire, I'm out.
Or maybe there's a specific way we get around it.
If it is magical, I mean, we could dispel it, I guess. But
well, it depends. Well, it depends if the magic's getting weaker over the years, over the centuries, millennia.
But at this point, you're still pretty far out of this city. If you want to get more information about it, you'll have to get closer to it. You'll have to actually go through the ruined city itself.
I mean, if we want to try and get closer to it, that's kind of the direction we were going anyway, right, Blue?
Yeah, he says that's where my master is.
Yeah, because remember the story we were told about the dragon cursed Hamokai, and death. The death and barrier were supposed to be linked to the prince, and that ritual kept him in the brink of like a death stasis. So I guess that kind of means the prince is still kicking, relatively speaking. Sorry, Blue. I'm talking spell structure. Sorry.
I'm at a level with you. I was completely distracted by messing with the bar patrons.
You often are.
I'll fly like. I want to make sure I'm like 60 feet above them, just so even though my perception is balls, I want to just kind of so I have a better viewpoint, I guess.
Okay.
While we're going towards it.
As you fly over this city, the sand in the wind and everything seems almost like the waves of the ocean. The closer you get to the sandstorm, the more you see sand kind of swirling and hiding, walls and things like that, and then making them appear again. Were you going directly to the sandstorm itself, or did you want to look at other areas in the city?
I was just going to be like 60 feet above the group and just going at their speed, since I technically still only fly at 25. I'm still slower than them.
Okay. So, yeah, then you guys watch as he kind of heads up into the sky. Sees a slightly better view of the city, but what do you guys wanted to do?
Well, we're good. Should we start investigating the cities? We're getting closer.
I mean, I can't hear you, or else I'd say something.
Hard to investigate from over here, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about investigating the city surroundings as we get closer to the. Unless we think there's anything to investigate, unless you guys want to check out some of the ruins here.
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do? Again, this is an ancient Netherese city. So.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a magical kind of person, so.
And from as far as you can see, no one's been here in a very, very, very long to the time.
I mean, we could just do a general look around first, get an idea, at the very least, the lay of the land, the type of place maybe we are, the district we may have been, or the district where we are, where it might have been back then.
Sounds good.
Maybe Blue can fill us in if he's got any inclinations and any memories come back.
Yeah, right.
I have misplaced. There they are. I keep a set of dice, and I have for years, right next to my computer, and I put them in a different place than I normally keep them. And I thought I lost my dice. During my review, I had to show some stuff. Like I showed off my deck of many things. Watch my review that'll hopefully come out tomorrow of Van Richten's Guide to Everything to find out why I'm referencing the deck of many things.
Oh god.
I hate that. I hate that. I have gamer history with that thing. I absolutely hate it.
The last adventure.
Bad DMing. I'm just gonna say.
The last adventure that was officially published for 4th edition was called The Madness at Gardmore Abbey. And the basic plot of it was Gardmore Abbey, someone assembled the deck of many things there, decided to pull a card during, there was a, the Abbey was under siege by a group of orcs. And so in an attempt to save the Abbey, they drew from the deck of many things, and they pulled the ruin card. So the adventure was your adventuring party would go into Gardmore Abbey, and they would try to collect all the cards there. And they had to deal with, like, there was a beholder there's a red dragon, and there was another party of adventurers that was trying to collect the deck as well. And so the whole adventure was you going, it was like a dungeon delve kind of thing, but every so often you would meet this other party, and each card you could actually use individually in combat. And it had specific effects that would happen. So it was really cool, but it actually came with an actual deck of many things. That is one of my prized possessions. So. Anyway, so what do you guys want to do? Want to go in? Want to not? You need to make a decision now. Otherwise, a dragon's just going to show up and rocks fall and everyone dies. So.
They said they were wanting to go in.
Okay. So, as you guys enter the Sissa City itself, again, it's a little bit eerie that you can see kind of hints of the civilization that used to be there. You'll see every so often the wind will blow and it will uncover a little doll that obviously used to belong to a child but was left behind. Or
I'm guessing it's a stone or metal able to survive the elements for so long.
Buried in enough sand, things can survive for a fairly long time.
Oh, this place hasn't been like sandblasted over the centuries?
The sand
just from regular elements.
The sand comes and goes. It's possible there are magical elements here. Again, Netherese City.
That's fair.
So,
polycotton blend.
If you'd like to critique any of the other suspenseful things that I do, go ahead.
No, it doesn't see why it lasted so long if it was fabric.
Sure. No, that's perfectly fine. So, I need a deck save.
From everyone? Or
everyone but the flying one, yeah.
Oh boy.
God dang it.
The moral of this one shot, just have wings.
Yeah, right.
As the characters explore the necropolis, describe the scene to keep them on edge.
Oh, I need to
Sorry, I'm just gonna do something real quick because I forgot to do that.
So we will start with Sisaseko. What do you got for a deck save?
17.
You make it. Show,
30.
you fail.
Okay.
Quinn,
13.
you fail. But you actually
Shocker.
fail, unlike Show, who only pretends to fail. As you all are walking, and
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I can actually do one thing. No, never mind. I'll take it because it's a different thing.
thank you.
Sorry.
So as you're all walking, you suddenly start feeling strange. The area around you gets a little colder for just a second. This kind of acrid smell starts to fill the air of rotting meat. And suddenly, Quinn, you feel something grip your ankles as
Oh dear.
4 skeletal arms burst out of the sand and start dragging you down. You see hundreds of skeletal arms have just erupted out of this area and start grasping at anything there. Both Sisaseko and Sho jump out of the way before they are grabbed by this. But unfortunately, Quinn is just a little bit too slow. How about everyone roll initiative for me?
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I take damage from being clawed or?
No, you are grappled and restrained.
Okay, great. Well, very high pitched shriek just came out of Quinn.
What else is new?
Halfling gesture, ancient halfling gesture.
All right, so
Yeah, sure.
we'll
Why
go the
the
other
hell
way. Goldie, what do you got for me?
11.
All right, Show.
25.
Come back to you. What was it?
25.
25. Okay. Psycho
22.
and Quinn.
I hate you all. 7.
Cool. So as you guys all watch, you watch as Quinn is being slowly dragged into the sand itself, while these arms have all grabbed on him. What would you all like to do? We will start off with, at the top of the round, he has sunk 2 feet into the ground thus far. So, Show. What would you like to do?
How far away is he from me?
Well, you're 60 feet up into the air, so let's say 55 feet.
No, he's not. I am.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing. The area that is covered in skeletal arms is a 20-foot square. So by kind of jumping out of the way, you were about 20 feet away from him from your current position. If you want to go outside the range of the skeletal arms, it will take you double the amount of movement to get to him. So 40 feet to kind of circumnavigate it.
Just to get to him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh crap, what is it? Hold on a second. One thing.
As you consider what you're doing, you watch as he sinks more and more into the sand.
I will Oh, that's for stealth. Dang it. Never mind. Crap. Well, I
Another
will
6 inches disappears as he keeps sinking into
cast
the sand.
I'm a halfling. It's gonna be real quick.
Flame, not on him.
Okay.
Not on him, but
There again,
in
there are
the-
4 arms that are holding him.
next
so.
to him.
All right.
Oh, never mind then. I won't do that. Crap. I'll just run and try and pull him out then.
Okay. As you sit there and you run over to him and you try pulling him out, you cannot stop the force at all. Whatever these hands are connected to is strong. So that was your action for the turn and your movement. Bonus action you wanted to do? Quick like a bunny. Oh yeah, you may. You're having issues with sound.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll just start running away then with whatever I have left as far as a turn.
Okay. I think you used most of your
can't do
movement.
anything.
What's your movement speed?
50, but I can use what is the bonus action that rogue
Step of
Oh
the wind.
yeah, if you wanted
dash is a
to,
bonus action, right?
it costs a key point. But if you've got 50 feet, you've got another
I'll do
10
that.
feet to kind of get away if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will I have enough to get out of the pit with that?
Yeah, that'll be fine. So you go in, you try pulling, it doesn't work, so you kind of dash
Okay.
out so you don't get skeletons grabbing you. Next up is Psycho. What you wanted to do?
I'm going to use Revelation Flesh to fly
Okay.
out of the reach of the skeletons, and then I'm going to use telekinesis to pull them out.
Okay. As you cast the telekinesis spell and you start trying to pull him out, even with the power of this spell, you cannot get him out at all. Whatever these creatures are that have him caught, there is a magical aspect to this that is making it impossible for you to pull against them.
Turn it! Someone dispel this magic so I can pull them out!
So that was, I think, your bonus action.
Action.
Okay.
Bonus action and then my action.
Uh,
And my movement. I'm done.
okay. That brings us to Goldie. What do you want to do?
Since I don't know that, I am just going to. Do I see 4 hands grabbing him?
Yes, 4.
I want to cast Scorching Ray and target one at each hand
Okay.
at 3rd level.
That's
See
an
what that
attack
does.
roll for you, right?
Yes, I need
Go
to make
for it.
4 attack rolls. 22 on the first,
Misses.
Eh?
No, that hits. Of course it does.
20 on the second, not natural.
Yep.
27 and
Yeah.
24.
Unfortunately, all of them miss. It's weird. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Grab my 8d6. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. Oh, the first one. Do you want me to divide them up per hand?
Yes, per hand. Each hand has its own hit points. So.
Okay, the first one takes. I don't add anything. I think I just add my charisma once, so. First one takes 2, 4, 7 on. Or 6 on the first hand,
Okay.
7 on the second,
Okay.
7 on the third,
Okay.
and 12 on the fourth.
Okay. So as you sit there and you fire these 4 rays of fire down, the first 3, as the scorching ray hits them, Quinn, you actually feel them tighten on you as they kind of reel in pain from the attack. And you see cracks and everything form, and then they look pretty rough. The fourth one, however, The scorching ray goes completely through it, shattering the hand and engulfing it. And Quinn, you feel one of the things just disappear from you. That being said, anything else you wanted to do while you're up there, Goldie?
I'm going to use a sorcery. I think it's just one sorcery point for a cantrip, but I'll do that when my turn's over and do a firebolt on one of them, the ones that didn't get destroyed.
Okay. Are you quickening?
Yes, quickening.
Then it's always, I believe it's just always one sorcery point, no matter the spell level. But yes,
18
go ahead.
to hit.
That hits as well. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Well, that's a 1, so it becomes a 2, 10, 12, 16.
Elemental mastery. As you fire your firebolt down, it strikes another one, and again it erupts in flames. Quinn, you feel a slight bit of heat as another one of these burns and then disappears off of you. Now there are only 2. Unfortunately, you are still sinking. Anything else you wanted to do, Goldie?
No, I'll stay at my nice safe vantage point.
Yeah, you're way up there. They can't reach you at all. Quinn, you are currently restrained.
Bursting up a storm and halfling.
And sinking. Which with your... how tall are you? Because I think you're like into your stomach in the sand at this point.
For like Quinn's 3'1".
Yeah, and you've
God.
already gone 2 feet, so you're chest level right now.
Oh, Lord.
Told you I'm a halfling. It's gonna be quick. Supposed to be like not friggin' today, and I'm gonna use a spell, Misty Step. Verbal. It's verbal.
Love it.
No,
Absolutely love it.
Like,
Absolutely love it. So you're just sitting there, and to make this more dramatic, you're fighting against the stuff, and you're sinking down. You start seeing the sand come up around your eyes, and before it can get in your mouth, you speak the words of power, and you teleport out of.
God! Oh, it's just patting sand off and creepy phantom vibe from Skull Hands. Swearing in half like, no, motherfucker, somebody bad.
Can
You
I,
can do it.
do you still like,
I'm just Jim Carrey now.
am I still carrying him in the air?
Once you would have Misty stepped, you would have lost your grip on him because he stopped existing.
Okay.
The spell is still going. You're just not you have a handful of sand with some
Hey.
burnt bones in it.
I like the spell.
I look at Psycho. Oh, it feels so good, and just
as you all kind of recover from it, you watch as the sand itself goes from the churning state it was in to mostly stillness.
Ooh, that was scary.
yes, it was.
I wasn't worried.
Slide down so I'm like 40 feet, so I can at least hear what they're saying now.
I look at the cat first and I contemplate. That's a lot of water I can just summon on you.
So, anything else you want to do before you continue going?
Okay, well, apparently the place is booby-trapped, besides just F.U. Dragon sand barrier. Well,
Okay,
yeah.
we got an idea as to where that area is and to avoid it.
Yeah, you know exactly where it is. After getting being able to get away from it, you know where the bones are. And again, because there's something underneath the sand there, you're able to kind of see it. And if you see sand that looks like that again, you'll know to avoid it.
About how far are we from the sand barrier at this point?
You still have about 400 or 500 feet before you get to the thing itself.
All right, well,
Blue, where would this section of the area be? Like, was this a district or something?
I don't know.
Probably the friggin' food court for all our luck.
No,
Probably...
we know what to watch out for now. At least this.
That probably means there's other things too besides this. Between now, there's magic sound barrier, non-consensual touch trap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he goes. I forgot. I don't.
You
know.
forgot. Oh,
technically,
you forgot the location. Okay.
I was trying to say I don't remember. The closest sign I can find is I forgot.
Okay.
So
for a second, I thought you forgot about the trap. I was like,
oh no, he's forgotten. I forgot the whole city, whatever city is in sign language. Yeah, I forgot the city.
well, I guess we're just gonna have to be a little bit more careful. We still gotta. That's where we gotta go. I gotta keep an eye out for this freaking thing while we're also looking for clues. Guess we also figured out why there hasn't been so many people here.
To move things forward a little bit.
Yep.
The rest of getting the remainder 500 feet, knowing what to look for, you are able to avoid it. You see a dome-shaped sandstorm, 400 feet wide before you. Flashes of purple lightning course through the roiling storm, and the sound of the sand is nearly deafening. Scoured bones litter the ground beneath it, and the stone of the nearby ruins has been gouged by its ceaseless winds. What would you all like to do?
I mean, I can try throwing a fireball at it, but I don't think that's going to do much.
Again, the golem speaks up, says, "I can help."
Is it gonna weaken you again, buddy? Can you do that?
He goes, 2.
Two more times?
Yes.
What happens after the second time?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, treat him like a magic item. Maybe he just needs to rest.
Or maybe he burns out. I kind of don't.
Well, then let's not let him use the last time.
Well, hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Go nuts, big guy.
You see him again to tap his chest, and it opens up, and you see the stone comes out, and you see this kind of wave of energy go. And as he walks towards the sandstorm, at first nothing happens, but as the closer he gets, you see the sandstorm starts to bend inward in the shape of a sphere. And as he goes in, you can see he's created this dome where the sandstorm isn't existing, for 20 foot wide and to the 20 foot high kind of dome. And he stands right at the edge and kind of gestures for you.
Just kind of waving, like, okay, go.
Yeah, we should get going now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fly lower and go with him.
The sandstorm itself exists further than that, but as you guys go, as he walks forward, you have this kind of calm in the center of this storm as you go, and it takes a while. It takes roughly 80 feet to get all the way through, but you do eventually.
Huh? 80 feet is what it takes to shred a dragon. Good to know.
You're very, very happy that you didn't just wander into it.
I had no intention of that.
You eventually, as you get through the sandstorm, you come to this mastaba. It's a 20-foot high mesa. And kind of a step pyramid with a mausoleum on to the top of it. There are ruined stone walls surrounding it, which are the only structures that are still standing in this area other than the Mastaba itself. You all are right here, and to let the audience see, you all are right here. You are welcome to put your miniatures there if you so choose. And I just realized the audience can see things you can't because they're looking at the DM view.
Oh, not looking.
So we'll go there. For those wondering, the darkened areas, the players can't see at all because Fog of War is a cool thing.
Oh.
Do these stairs look pretty weathered, like that they're going to have issues getting up them?
They've definitely seen some time, but these are massive stone stairs, which, as much as they're worn, they are solid. Looking at this thing, this is built from 50 to 80 ton megaliths. So these are massive stones that were placed here to create this mastaba. So even with all the wear from everything, first thing, the dome actually protects it from the wind and everything like that, and weather basically, because nothing can pass through it. So while they're a couple thousand years old, they're in remarkably good condition because they've basically been protected from most of the elements.
Is that where you want to go, big guy?
He nods.
Hey, Blue, before you go up there, just curious, did your master ever have a way of charging you back up if you did that thing too many times? Essentially, Quinn's kind of wondering, like, do I need to put a spell into him?
He kind of looks at you and just says, "My master built me."
Well, yeah, just wondering if he's ever, like, sometimes some construct you actually, like...
There we go. Built me.
So, like, sometimes...
I don't know how.
Oh. So you never saw him, like, cast magic into you, like, periodically?
No.
Okay.
The internet is a wonderful resource to learn single signs that I'm probably butchering. For those of you that are hearing impaired and actually speak sign language well, I apologize. It also doesn't help that you can't see the majority of my torso.
Yeah.
So I have to sign everything way up here.
Well, I mean, set of stairs in front of us.
Well, I think doesn't Blue kind of have to go first?
I don't know.
He kind of looks at you. I mean, there's nothing you guys can see there, and he kind of looks at you and goes, "I don't know."
Oh, I thought you knew what to do. I thought you were, if that's what your master is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first things first, Quinn is going to ritually cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'm sure there's something here.
Oh, good question. What is the range on Detect Magic? I think it's only 35 feet, right?
I believe so too. Let me just confirm. Detect Magic. 30 feet, yeah.
And this is you?
Yeah, he's
I'm switching between tabs. Yep.
Okay, so.
Yep. If it's able, let me also. It goes on for.
I'm looking at two
10
different
minutes.
things. This is simultaneously right now. So give me just a second.
Okay.
Did you move there?
If I can, I was going to. That was my. Okay,
Yeah, no,
first
that's fine.
Yeah, so I was going to ritually cast, and it goes on for 10 minutes. Concentration up to 10 minutes. I was going to start approaching.
Okay.
While I maintain concentration.
So. You notice. Well, if you just move to there.
My intention is to keep. I didn't want to like in case I come across something as I'm approaching.
Okay, so I'm looking at two different things and translating one map to another. If you move your character, I'm going to assume that's where your character is.
Yeah.
And things happen depending on where your character is.
Yeah.
So
Well,
if
my
that is
intention
where
is
your
with-
character is, then you're not waiting long enough to get the information from your detect
okay.
magic.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, sorry. So my intention is to move that direction while the detection is up.
So, going forward, if you move your character, I'm going to assume that's where your character is without getting any information from me because I haven't told you anything.
Okay.
So, meaning like if you had detect tracks on and then moved your character, even if detect traps would have detected a trap before you stepped on it, I'm going to assume you ignored your magic because you haven't gotten any information from the magic because I haven't told you anything, and you moved before it told you that the trap was there. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So normally I don't care about where it is, but because this is a map that actually has things happen when your character steps on them, I'm going to base it on where your character is. So from there, without moving at all, I believe the way detect magic works is you can basically anything that's magical glows, and does it also tell you the school of magic? Okay.
Yeah, it tells you the school.
So you would see here, and here necromantic magic glowing beneath the sand. But beyond that, you don't know.
I'm sorry. Could you ping that again?
Here. Here and here. Again, I'm looking at two different screens with two different size maps, so translating them is getting really weird. So, but that's you sense some necromantic energy to those three places.
Okay, so I point to those spots and I'm like, oh, there's something going on there. The spots, and I was just temporarily like there, and I'm gonna start edging forward.
Okay.
While I maintain concentration.
So, go ahead and move your character forward. Nothing happens so far, but again, you can tell those three areas have magic. Nothing happened so far.
While he's walking up, I would like to keep an eye behind us, make sure nothing sneaks up.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll up a perception check for me.
Perception, 24.
Okay, so you're keeping a watch behind. Again, because you have that sandstorm behind you, you don't see anything behind you up to the sandstorm itself. And having passed through it, you're relatively certain nothing's going to come out of that sandstorm without some pretty decent magic backing it.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
Okay.
Right. So...
And I'll just, like, if nothing happens at that point, then I'll step a foot onto the stairs.
As you place your foot on the stairs, the ground rumbles a little bit.
Whoa. And I'm guessing nothing, the new radius within 30 feet of me, nothing
yeah,
else
those are the only things that were blinking. And there...
Ah!
Oh,
this
Lord.
is so hard to read. Wrong spot there.
Scorpions!
And
Big scorpions.
there. Go away. And there. 4 giant scorpions rise from the ground. And with them...
With them? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Lord.
Trying to see, I've got them here somewhere. There we go. There we go. And with them, 1, 2, 3, whites appear, and I would like everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative for
What?
yeah.
We're level 15 characters.
I know. Oh, boy, this is bad. Okay.
So let's just start, and I should roll initiative for these dudes too. I need stat blocks. Where this is a stat blocks? Okay. Sorry. There we go. Okay. All right. Quinn, what you got for me?
Got a. Let's see where the thing went away. 15.
Really? Come on. Psycho.
20 total.
Show.
19.
And Goldie.
18.
All right. So, let's get some music going here. We're going to start off with Psycho. Psycho, you can see 4 scorpions and 3 whites have appeared and seem upset. The whites seem to be speaking a word, but it's a language you've never heard before. So what would you like to do? And obviously the map in front of you shows where specifically that they are.
I'm going to yeah, let's use Eldritch Blast on 3 of the scorpions.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
Okay. 18?
18 hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll all through the 3 of them.
Yep.
And then you can give me damage in just a second.
Okay. 24.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and one more.
Drop dice.
Runaway dice.
Yes. I'll roll this again. 26.
All of them hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Just to make things go a little bit quicker, go ahead and just roll 1 damage, and we'll use it for all the 3 of them.
Okay.
If you're hitting one target, I'll have you roll each one and put them together. But just to kind of keep things going.
Each target separately.
Yeah.
6.
So total of 6.
Yeah, 6 force damage to each of them.
Excellent. So you conjure your eldritch energy and fire the 3 bolts, and it hits all 3 of these scorpions, doing the damage. And they seem upset that you hit them for some bizarre reason. It's weird. It's like they don't even want to die. Anything else you want to do with your turn? Again, starting right here, effectively, this line here, I'll draw something here. This is where the Sandstorm starts. So.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I didn't know it was gonna be that close.
Yeah, you are right inside this. This is Sandstorm.
So I'm just basically staring at it like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was weird. Like, I'm gonna look behind to make sure we don't. Well, the 5 feet behind you, there's nothing.
There was some distance.
I figured it was off the map.
Yeah. Again, for the Sandstorm, it's only 400 feet wide, at the ends, and it's 80 feet thick.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So kind of actually signifying the wavy lines themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
It literally just contains this little Mississistaba. So, anyway, is that the end of your turn, or do you want to move it all?
Considering I'm surrounded and very squishy, and looks like pretty much anything will get anything I move will get attack of opportunity. I'm gonna stay where I am.
All right. Next up is going to be Show. Show, what do you want to do?
I will pull out a small bit of parchment with some writing on it and put it against Psycho's back and cast Shield of Faith on her or him. Sorry.
Okay.
So you get +2 to AC.
Thank you.
So you feel this kind of mystical armor start to form around your body.
And
go ahead.
I wanted to, up here in this area, is that just solid monoliths, or is that possible, like cracks to get through?
So this stuff, let me get to the right thing here. This stuff is rubble. It is the remains of a wall. So you can treat it as difficult to terrain. It is not large enough that it would even give you half cover.
I
so
didn't want cover.
That is. It's just rubble, effectively. It used to be a wall.
Okay. So I wanted to run essentially up here, crawl over, and to get behind.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
And I will spend a key point for patient defense.
Okay, cool. It's Scorpion time. Having been hit, that one's going to go for you. This one, since it has a buddy right here, it's going to take a bite at Quinn. And the other one, is this Goldie there?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how the radius of his that we were in for the bubble. I was pretty much at the top of it, so I don't know how high up I am.
It was only 20 feet high. So with your height and everything, at most you could be maybe 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, so I'd be about 10 feet right now then.
So if you're 10 feet off the ground, they do not have reach to that. So that one's going to go for Psycho as well.
Ah, man.
So first one is going to claw up. We'll start with Quinn.
Of course you will. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. 23. Quinn, does that
God. Hit? I'm going to use second chance. Roll again.
Okay. Well, I just rolled for its second attack, so I'll use that roll. That's a nat 20. So here's the second attack.
Ever want to hear from you about you rolling badly?
20. Does a 20 hit?
Yeah,
you need to be a little quicker.
AC,
okay.
Yeah, sorry, my AC is 15 with 15, with mage armor, and shield wouldn't even save me.
And then, so two claws both clomp onto you. Stinger comes forward to try and hit you, and misses completely with a 3. The first claw does 10 bludgeoning damage as it hits you, and you are grappled. The second claw hits you and only does 6 points of damage, and you're still grappled, and the stinger just misses completely. The other 3 are going to go for Psycho, so I'm just going to make a bunch of rolls. Just give me a yes or a no. Or with your +2 to AC, just to make this go a little quicker. What's your AC?
18.
18. Okay, thank you. First attack is a 3. Second one is an 11. So the first one comes up to you, takes 2 swings at you with its claws, and both of them just impact off your new mystical armor. The third attack is the stinger that comes in and gets a 21.
I'll use my reaction to shield.
Which doesn't hit. So as it comes forward, you see the stinger coming right at you, and you flash this shield up, and it stops, and you see poison leak out over your shield and drip to the floor. What's your AC right now?
23.
They have really, really good plus to hit of 4.
Oh, God.
So they can't actually hit you unless they roll a 19.
Oh, sweet.
That's 1 fail. 2 fail. So the second one, ching ching, just hits your shield, nothing. Stinger comes up, more poison drips to the ground, but doesn't hit you at all. The third one comes up. Again, I have to roll a 19 or higher. None of them. So none of them hit you as you just kind of stand there as poison's starting to stain the sand below you. That is the scorpions. Let's head over to Goldie. What do you wanted to do?
Make you roll 5 dex saves as I do chain lightning transmuted to fire against the scorpion in front of me, the white down below, the scorpion next to Quinn, and then bounce it back up to the 2 other scorpions.
So all 4 scorpions and one of the whites, right?
Yep. Yeah, the white down there is one of them.
Gotcha. Cool.
Awesome.
What's the DC?
Dex 19.
Okay, I'm going to go with scorpions first. 1 failure. 2 failures. 3 failures for scorpions. Oh, there's one more. 4 failures for scorpions. For the whites.
It becomes 52 if they failed. Because the 1 becomes a 2, and then add my charisma.
All of them failed. So how much was it?
52 if they failed.
What level did you cast that at?
Cast it at 8, so I got 5 targets.
So, so here's the thing. Scorpions.
Oh, you love to hear it. You love to hear it.
Have 52 hit points.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
So you watch as Goldie starts conjuring this bolt of lightning in his hands, and as you sit there and watch, it changes from electricity to it erupts in fire, and he throws this bolt of fire at it. Goes to the first one and erupts and disintegrates, or incinerates the first scorpion. It jumps to the next one, incinerate. Third one, incinerate. It jumps to the white, which has only 45 hit points, incinerates. Goes to the final scorpion, incinerates. And this has now gone from 4 scorpions and 3 whites to 2 whites. Anything else you want to do?
Just kind of use my movement to fly a little higher and go like 5 over and 10 up.
Say you still have a ceiling in here because again, the dome doesn't. It is a dome, so being this close to the side, you still can't get much higher than about 15 feet up. Unfortunately.
Okay. So I'll just be 15.
Unless you want to go into the sandstorm, you're perfectly welcome to do that. I'm
Just
certain
going into
nothing bad will happen.
Flying into a belt sander.
That would be my turn because I want to save sorcery points.
So, Quinn, what do you wanted to do? You
This
no
is
longer have anything near you,
Every
and you're
bloody
no longer grappled.
stand. See if I go here.
So you are slightly singed.
It's like, I'm gonna just take one of the line up there, and yep. Sorry, I'll be quick on this. And yeah, so those whites there, I don't want to be minute there, and I am good and ticked off. I am going to use a 4th level spell slot, and I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at them. They're all going to need so those.
There's
two
only
boys,
2 of them.
Yeah, yeah. I want.
What's the save?
The save is a Dex 17.
Oh, well, that failed. That actually succeeds barely. Yep. So 1 failed, 1 succeeded with a 17.
Okay. So it'll be a...
The other one got a 6.
Okay, so let me just do this here, and... start.
Whites
Yep.
are bad news if they ever get to attack.
It's a lot of D4s. Okay, so the one that failed takes 18 acid damage.
Oh, I need to change this real quick. You said 8 to 18?
18.
Okay.
And until a creature uses its action to scrape or wash the acid off itself or another creature, a creature covered in acid takes 2d4 acid damage at the start of each of its turns.
Okay. We'll deal with that when its turn comes up.
And it doesn't say anything about if you save. I guess it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. If it doesn't specifically say it takes half damage on a save, it means if they save, they miss.
Yeah.
Cool. So you watch as Quinn conjures up this acid in his hands, and he reaches forward, and it sprays out and hits those two.
Coming at ya!
That ends that. So, anything else you want to do with your turn?
Think just...
Quick,
Yeah, I
quick,
might
like a
as well stay
bunny.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank
Stay
you. It is the White's turn. They are not particularly fond of you. So the
fond
one
of
that
any of
failed
us?
is this one here. He's going to run up to you.
I was just like, yeah, this is gonna happen.
The other one has a monk to play with. Why would he want to do anything but play with a monk?
Okay, AC 15.
Cool. I need to bring up his stat box. I have to remember what he does. So the first thing he does, he takes his longsword and he just swings it at you. That's a 2. Ignore the longsword. And then he comes over and he tries to grab your chest with his other hand.
Oh god.
That's better. 20.
For me to use my reaction. Or actually, no, I can only do that once per thing. Can't I? Crap. Let me just make sure. Sorry. Chance. Rest. Yeah. Even if I cast shield spell, you're gonna meet it.
All right. So, as he grabs you,
You hit me every time you've hit. You're gonna go after me. I think you played this missed a couple times.
I missed the stinger, which is what did the actual damage. So, as he grabs your chest, you feel the searing pain as the skin itself immediately starts to blister and rot. You take 5 necrotic damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Make sure on something here because this is a special thing.
Quick, like a bunny.
Sorry. I know. Unfortunately, this is level 15. I gotta try and do something here with the.
It's just a con save.
Well, I know. I have a special ability.
You've used your reaction. Because your turn hasn't come up. Oh, it did come up. Never mind. You have a new reaction.
Yeah, because I have a reaction.
It's getting late, and I would really like to finish this tonight. So, if you don't, I'm going to say at this point,
just go.
If you don't know your character sheet well enough, we got to keep going. So,
well, I do, but unfortunately, it's level 15, and I gotta like. It's
need a con save.
Yeah. Okay.
So, what's your con save?
Yeah, I failed. I rolled. I got a 7.
Okay. So your hit point maximum is reduced by 5. That's all it was. Now we go to top of the order again. Psycho. You want to do anything like decimate the monsters? There's only 2 left. And you were effectively invincible last turn.
Yeah, I'll do something cool. I'm going. Would a 20-foot radius be enough to not hit any of my companions?
I'll say it takes a little finagling, but let's say sure.
Okay, I'm going to cast Synaptic Static.
Cool. I don't
Hey,
know what that spell does, so what do I need to do?
Choose
it
a
a
point
save?
within range and cause psychic energy to explode there. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make an intelligence saving throw.
Whites are known for their high intelligence scores. What's the spell save did to DC? What's your spell save?
18.
18. That's a fail. That's a fail as well. They both fail. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
Hey, Joey, do the other one
Oh
ever
god.
attack me?
I forgot to have it attack you. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll the damage. I'll have it attack you. It does a longsword attack.
Right?
16 hits you,
No.
and then
Is the one?
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I'll wait for your thing.
Okay. And go ahead and roll the acid damage for
Yeah, I was
the
just
one.
saying. Yeah.
And then it tries to fondle you as well,
Ooh.
but it gets even lower with a 15.
6.
So you take 6 damage. Cool. He's still not pleased with you.
1.
So now that we've done that, do we got damage for me? If it
Not
makes
yet.
if it makes it easier,
Yeah, I'm trying to roll the roll 20.
okay.
Because it's a lot of damage, about as much as Fireball.
Okay. If you want, just tell me what the damage is, and I'll roll it in roll 20 for you, since I know the commands really well. Or there it goes. You can do that too.
47 points of psychic damage.
You said 47?
Yes, 47.
They don't exist anymore. The other one was at max health, by the way.
Yeah, I like muster all the power I can and then burst it out, and they evaporate.
Okay. All right. As that happens, you hear this giant scream from inside the mausoleum at the top. The doors burst open as a pair of rocks come flying out.
Jeez.
The first rock goes for...
God.
I rolled a dice for this, so I just want to say this is the dice, not me. Goes for Quinn, and I forgot what I rolled.
I'm right in front of the doors. I figured it was coming.
Well, I rolled lower this time, so you'll be happy about that. But that's still a 22.
Yeah, even with shield, I could not block that.
Okay. A massive boulder comes and strikes you, doing 35 bludgeoning to the damage.
Jesus Christ. I'm just your goddamn punching bag.
That was the dice, I swear. The second one goes for Psychico. And it is...
Do I get knocked back, or do I it's just damage?
It's just down to the damage.
Okay.
Just a big old rock that hurts. It's going to be a 23 against your AC.
Yeah, hits.
Okay. So that as well is going to be 35 bludgeoning damage. As this giant skeleton walks out. And I don't have a giant skeleton mini right now, but I do have a giant mini. Oh, and he's this big.
I didn't want to ask.
So he comes wandering out with this massive horn slung across his back. Cool. I think Psycho just went, right?
Yes.
So, Sho, you are up. You have a new friend to deal with. Want to incinerate him, too?
I don't have any 8th level spells, so no.
Neither do I.
Yeah, not anymore. Do you? You said it was a skeleton? Or
Yes, a massive giant skeleton.
sweet. I will cast just at first level, just a simple guiding bolt.
Okay.
Um,
Guide that bolt, baby.
I do make a ranged spell attack. Okay, cool. For what's my bonus? Plus 9, so that's a 22.
22 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ugh, gross. 3, 6, 9. They're all threes, really? 12.
The number of the
12 damage.
beast. 12 the damage? Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else you want to do with your turn?
I will move here,
Okay.
and that's it.
Alright. Next up is going to be Goldie. What you want to do, Goldie? What you want to do, Goldie?
I am going to, because I love the spell and I don't care, I'm going to cast Delayed Blast Fireball right above his head, so it just drops right on top of his head.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's big enough to where the 20-foot radius won't hit Quinn if I do that.
Not right now. With delayed, how long are you delaying it? I guess is the question.
I'm not gonna delay it. I'm just doing it because I like the sound of it. I just want it to essentially this end of my turn just drop and blow up on him is what I'm going for.
Okay. It's save, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Dex save 19.
Giant skeletons are known for their high dexterity. It's actually not bad. It got an 18. So it's close.
43, 47 fire damage.
Why do you make me do math?
I ignore fire resistance if that helps.
It is not resistant to fire. All right. It seems pissed now. Anything else you wanted to do?
Quicken Firebolt.
Okay. You have advantage on this.
God, so the natural 1 to a natural 18, which I'm assuming hits.
Yeah. It does have bits of armor on it.
The
31. Specific the specific thing, it says armor class in parentheses armor scraps. So how much damage was it?
It'd be 31 fire, because that was really, really good for a fireball.
Oh, jeez. That was almost full. Dang.
Yeah.
That's really good. So you first start by making a little explosion above him, and then you throw a firebolt at him. He's now not particularly pleased with fire. I'm just going to let you know right now, you're never going to convert him into a fire supporter.
Got one another campaign. It's all good.
Gotcha.
That's my turn.
Cool. Then we're going to finish off with Quinn, who is the closest to the giant.
The hell I am! I'm casting bonus action Misty Step. I'm casting that again. Bonus action right over there. Then I'm going to use my action for the cantrip Mind Sliver, Intelligence 16 saving throw.
What are skeletons even more known for than dexterity is their intelligence score.
Bonehead.
What's the DC?
16. Intelligence 16.
I literally can't make this save.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah, unless I roll a nat 20, he has a -4 intelligence save, so...
Okay, you'll 13 psychic damage, and you will take a D4 to your next saving throw.
Cool. So you sit there, the creature's like, "Rrrr," and you kind of go, "You're stupid."
Nope.
He's like, "Rrrr, no, I'm not." That ends that. It is his turn. After reeling from all of this, I have to see. Yepers still works. So he sits there and just claps his hands together with this boom of thunder. As he pulls it apart, lightning forms between them. He grabs this bolt of lightning, throws it.
Question.
Yes.
Is this something I can counterspell?
It is not. This is an
Crap.
ability, not a spell.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
A creature with a 4 intelligence score, a 3 intelligence, 8 wisdom, and 1 charisma doesn't cast spells.
True.
No, this is innate ability to control storms for some odd
It's a
reason.
storm giant.
He does that, and he throws this bolt of lightning. I need dex saves from everybody
Okay.
All right. Well,
as
I'm
it
gonna
strikes the ground between you all. And
I'm gonna do
explodes.
absorb elements with my reaction, so I have resistance.
Cool. Resistance doesn't work on this because I said so. No, it does.
I was like, wait, what?
Storm giant skeletons apparently get past resistance for some odd reason. It's weird.
Because I say you can't.
Said deck save.
Oh yeah, it's dex saves for everyone.
All right.
When I first read the stat block for this, because it is a bad looking stat block, I'm like, wow, maybe I need to back off on these guys a little bit. But I forgot, 2 of you are dex fiends. So we will start with, let's start with Quinn. What do you got for dex save?
16.
16. You make the save. Show,
25.
you fail.
Okay.
You just fail all dex saves going
Dang it,
forward.
okay, fine.
Damn monks.
Your favorite
Goldie.
class?
I love monks. I really do.
17.
17. You make this as a save. Psycho.
14.
14. You barely miss. So Psycho, you will take 54 lightning damage.
And I'm out.
Oh no.
The rest of you will take half of that, which is 27. And the one of you that has resistance, you would have the 27. So that turns it to 13, I think.
Does the what's the monk thing that
Evasion.
Yeah, evasion.
Yeah,
Does that work?
evasion. If you
Or is
have
that just
evasion,
area?
which I believe you do,
Yeah.
if you make your dex save, you take 0 damage.
I can remember if that was for area attacks or specific. Oh, it's just dex save. Okay, gotcha.
Dex saves.
Yeah, if dex saves against damaging effects. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, you and rogues and certain rangers, but they have to be a much higher level to get it.
Oh yeah.
Hi, the Alex Jeed. Giant lightning bolt. Yeah, no, not a problem at all. So that ends his turn. Oh, and he's gonna move forward a little bit, just because, you know, why not? For those of you that want to see what they're dealing with, he's gonna move up here after throwing his lightning bolt, because he can. We are back to the top of the order. Psycho, what you want to do?
I have
Psycho,
to
Psycho, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the storm giant comes for you?
I'm gonna roll that save.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You are unconscious.
19.
19. You are perfectly fine. Going to Goldie.
I am going to disengage with my action because I just going on a whim saying it can hit me. 20, 25, and go.
I will remind you, in 5th edition, they only get an attack of opportunity if you leave their attack range.
Yeah, I'm flying 25 feet south.
Gotcha.
And then I will do a bonus action quickened firebolt.
Go for it. Make me an attack roll. This one not at advantage because the glow's gone away.
23 to hit.
23 still hits. Again, it's a giant skeleton with bits of armor in certain places.
17 total.
17. You're not doing your 30 friggin' damage this time.
It was like the opposite end of the spectrum on that one.
Still requires math, though.
Okay.
All right. And as you hit him with the firebolt, you can start seeing cracks appearing in the bones themselves. Is that into your turn?
Yep, that's everything.
We go to Goldie.
I just went, so it's
Oh,
after
I'm
me.
sorry. Let's try that again. Did I miss Show?
I think you did.
I think you
I'm
did.
sorry.
Yeah.
Show was supposed to go first, but whatever.
It's fine.
Math
I'm going
is
to
hard. There's numbers.
Turn around. I'm assuming I'm not leaving the area of attack. I'm running right just 5 feet away, and can cast second level Cure Wounds on Psycho.
Okay.
Other question. I'm maintaining concentration on the spell because it's been a minute since I've had a concentration spell. Just because the person I cast a spell on goes unconscious does not mean that spell is gone, correct?
Oh, that's a fantastic question. Theoretically, because you are concentrating and not them, they don't disappear as an object once they go unconscious. So I would say the spell is still going.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So
what else you wanted to do?
8, and then that is crap. Plus 4 is 17.
Thank you.
Consciousness is
Every little
fun.
bit helps.
And I'll move back.
Okay.
And spend a key point for patient defense.
Cool.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, that's going to bring us to Quinn. What do you want to do?
Quinn is going to just go 5. These ones line up a little bit, and he hasn't got time for this anymore. I am like, he's just good and ticked. So I'd like you to do me a favor and make me a. I'm just gonna say it because let's just skip to the beat here. It's a Dexterity 17 saving throw, but guess what? Portent, you get a 2.
Oh, okay. That's fine with me.
Yeah, because I know I want to try and speed this through.
That's
and
fine. I will say, because that was the next saving throw.
It says until the end of my next turn.
Oh, so I wouldn't have. No, I was going to say the next saving throw. That means he also used that -4 from the thing before. But
I'm not messing around anymore.
So what are you
like
casting?
I'm casting at 8th level Tasha's Caustic Brew, 42 points of damage.
He's still not pleased with it. You're relatively certain you've been uninvited from his birthday party. So the acid comes out, splashes on him. The bones themselves crack and start dissolving away a little bit. You hear this unearthly scream from him. However, as the caustic brew hits the horn on his back, it just sloughs off. Anything else you wanted to do?
Nothing else I think I can do.
Then I need you to roll the additional acid damage, because it's his turn.
Let's see, wait, just make sure it's an action, and the only other thing I can do is a bonus action. So yes, that's a. And I don't think it changes on heightened spell, so I think it's still 2d4. Okay.
Yeah.
No matter what, still 2d4.
That'd be a
Maximum
little nuts.
8.
Right. He's looking rough. Due to the fact that he has acid on him and he's not pleased, he's going to walk over to you.
Of course he is.
Unfortunately, he doesn't leave your attack range, so you can't get an opportunity to attack.
Bye. My AC is 15.
And he takes the massive greatsword that he's been holding this into the entire time that I've forgotten about. And he's going to just take 2 swings at you. So 22, and then...
I'm sorry, I was going to... Never mind. Well, it's a reactionary. Go ahead.
You're fine. What do you want to do? Did you want a shield or something?
Well, I was just trying to buy myself some time. And it's not a reaction. Attack rolls through the creature can use the razor. So I didn't know what the roll was, so I was going to use my other portent to make it an 8.
Oh. That's actually what I rolled. So it's still a 22, even with portent.
Christ.
So first one hits.
Okay, I'm going down.
Second one hits. So for each one, you take 30 slashing damage plus
Bye.
18 necrotic damage.
Oh god.
Does the first one to take you down?
I had 14 points left.
Okay.
Oh god.
You probably killed me outright, did you?
No. You'll take 2 death saves, though. 2 failed death saves as he stabs you.
Damn.
2 automatic failures. For the second hit. Okay.
Yeah, the second hit. Because he just attacked you twice. It's a really stupid creature. and you sprayed acid on it that's still burning. And I don't believe that's concentration, right? Like
It
that's
takes an action to scrape it off.
Yeah, so he's still so he's like, stop the acid. It is an intelligence of 3. So it's not thinking about strategery. That's the end of its turn, though. That brings us back to top of the order, Sai Kikiko, who is now conscious, but prone.
I'll use my have my movement to get up,
Go for it.
and I take a
Then go back
look
here.
at my down friend. I am very angry. Make sure I have the spell slots for this. Yes, I do. That's synaptic static at 8th level.
Is that a save?
Yes.
What kind of save?
And you said his intelligence is 3, so it just makes the qualifications.
It has to have an intelligence score of upper than 3 to do it? That's funny. What's your spell save?
Yeah, creature with an intelligence score of 2 or lower can't be affected.
Ha! That's funny. What's your spell save?
It
18, I
is
believe.
intelligence 18.
18. Okay. It's just a single save, which it fails brilliantly.
Nah.
Go ahead and roll your damage. It's not making it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 18, it actually can't make it. It has a -4 to its intelligence, so it's physically incapable of making this as a save.
Yeah, and I just learned that it doesn't get extra damage by bumping at the level, which I think is BS. Alright, how about gets an extra coolness factor.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it does. That's a low roll, 29 points of psychic.
All right. He looks super, super rough, but he's still upright. Anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
No, I'll stay right there.
All right. Show. This time I remember you in the order.
All right. What is that spell? Is that a bonus action? It is not. Okay. I will run over to here or here. And I will take 2 attacks.
Go for it.
One is a 26.
Go ahead and roll the damage for the 26. We'll deal with the second one in a second here.
9.
It takes 18 damage from its bludgeoning vulnerability. And how do you want to do this?
Nice!
Of course it does. Oh.
Skeletons are one of the few creatures in the game that they actually have a vulnerability to something.
I would like to climb up and basically rip out its essentially a C-spine. A cervical spine, let its head just fall to the floor.
Okay. So you watch as Sho just starts running up to it. You see him kind of kick off the ground. He jumps onto the arm that's stabbing Quinn on the ground, and you see the giant just kind of look at you as you're on its arm, comes to try and swing at you, and you jump over the arm, you come up, and you reach underneath the skull, grab the spine, pull it out, and you just watch the skull go whoop, drop through the rib cage, hit the ground, and then Sho, you're just kind of standing there. You flip backwards, landing right behind Quinn as the whole creature collapses in on itself and then dissolves into the dust in the wind.
Yeah.
And as a unless that's out of combat.
You can still put a bonus action.
I was just gonna bonus action healing word.
Yeah.
Quinn.
That means he doesn't make another save, so.
Yeah. Or what's the bonus you get to that?
Your casting modifier.
Yeah, I
wisdom.
can't remember what it. I can't remember what it. 4, so 6.
Cool. So you now have 6 points of health.
Why me? Why me all the time? Why all me?
I imagine the horn is still intact and it's larger than all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if like, hey Blue, can you go pick that up?
Blue goes over, and as he starts to pick it up, the horn shrinks down a little bit, but Blue is still very large to fit in his hands. He kind of looks at it,
All right.
brings it back over, gives it to you.
All right. Well,
The item he gives you is a horn of blasting.
Oh God.
Ooh.
alrighty.
It is a wondrous item that does not require attunement. And I will post in the chat the description. There is an error with your formula. There we go. So, effectively, you can use an action to speak the horn's command word, and then bad stuff happens that involves constitution saves and thunder damage. So,
Nice. That's
I guess let's go find out where that thing came from.
so
Oh
the
wait,
door.
does Gold? Wait, who has the horn?
I do.
Gold. Yeah, of course he does, because if the thing explodes, it's fire damage.
So, because the doors are kind of broken here, you guys can see into the inside of the mastaba. Before you is a 60-foot long, 20-foot wide, thank you phone, pillared hall, but brightly lit by torches in wall sconces. The carved floral motifs on the pillars have faded, and the walls are covered with cracked and crumbling paintings of farm life in a verdant landscape. A stone staircase leads down.
So I think our compatriots that were just knocked out would like a short rest before we venture onward, I would assume.
Yes, please.
Maybe a possible heal too. I got 6 points. I don't know if anyone got any heals.
So if everyone's on board, we can take an hour. Short rest.
I'll burn my last second level spell slot and do prayer of healing for both of them that got damaged because I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what's wrong with
I
just
mean-
you guys.
Yeah, right.
You can affect a third target. I'm down 13 hit points out of my 197. I'm
Well,
hurting.
then everyone gets 14 hit points, so you're back up.
All right, so go ahead and roll any hit dice that you would like to.
Rest.
I believe my item gives me sorcery points back. Oh, when I roll a hit dice. Okay, so the prayer healing prevents me from getting 5 sorcery points. Whatever.
Fired.
4d6 plus 2 each time.
Oh, so I'm a sorcerer user. User 6. Okay.
And then while they're doing that, I guess Blue and I and Sho would probably be towards the front this time as we go down the stairs once the rest is done.
Okay. So as you guys go down the stairs, if you go to the far right side of the map, you will see the continuation of this area that I'm revealing now.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't this isn't the out here isn't the storm, it's just more desert.
Yeah, this is just where they showed the lower levels. You are literally walking down these stairs.
I see. My bad.
Yeah, you're walking down those stairs and then coming out. Why am I not? Oh, because I have the wrong button. And then coming out here, so it's
Okay.
just walking downstairs. So go ahead and place your characters anywhere within 5 feet of the stairs. And as you come down, at the bottom of the stairs, you see a 30-foot wide by 60-foot long hall lit with blue crystals. that are set into the walls and pillars in the river room. At the far end, a dais stands before a limestone door inscribed with symbols and glyphs that glow dimly. Framing the door, the crystallized bones of a dragon are embedded in the wall, its wings outstretched.
Far right on the map.
Yes, far right on
Okay.
the map.
I was like, where'd you go?
So it looks like a dragon fossil embedded in the wall, or just like a pile of dragon skeletons.
Fantastic good question. Framing the door, the crystallized bones of a dragon are embedded in the wall, its wings outstretched. So effectively, the wall itself has bones coming out of it.
That's pretty cool.
You said that was over here?
And then
Came into where everyone else is.
if you go to the bottom of the screen, there should be a bar that allows you to move the screen over, and you just want to slide it all the way over to the right. Otherwise, in the upper right-hand corner, you can see...
Oh, there you guys are.
Yeah.
You found it? Cool.
Yeah, I found it.
No.
Yeah, this is a really, really big map, so...
Yeah, this is huge.
So go ahead and put your mini anywhere in there that you'd like, within 5 feet of the stairs.
Okay.
If I need to, I'll just take like a piece of detritus or something and cast light on it and just...
It's lit by the glowing crystals, so...
Oh, there is enough to see. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, I was wondering about the area that's blocked off, so...
As you guys are looking at the dragon embedded in the wall, Blue comes down the stairs, kind of dum, dum, and the dragon skeleton moves. You see the skeleton move and kind of focus on the golem, and you hear winds start to kind of kick up, and you hear from everywhere around you, "Finally!" You have brought me my prize. You deserve a reward. What can I give you for bringing me such a wonderful present?
Blue.
Blue seems upset.
You know this guy?
That's Kazurishka.
He says, flying, falling.
That's the dragon. That's the blue dragon.
You know my name, though you pronounce it poorly. I am Zigzokrishka, and you are in my antechamber.
That's funny. I thought it was Prince Hamilkai's.
Do you see him here? Do you see any of the kingdom he ruled still existing? No. I took over this land myself. It is mine by right. You have brought me a present, and I ask you again, what would you like in reward? However, I am starting to be annoyed. So you can accept what reward and ask for it, or you can leave. But you will be leaving my present.
Do we get the sense, based on Blue's body language, that he's very uncomfortable with this entity?
Yes. It's a Dracolich. There aren't a whole lot of creatures that are really fond of being around them.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I like Blue a little more.
Hi.
Yeah, I've gotten kind of fond of him.
I can go either way.
This is your only warning. Give me my prize, or I will take it from your dead corpses.
I haven't made a smart decision yet. Why start now?
With that, I would like everyone to roll for an initiative for me.
Okay.
Again.
I was literally just about to kick it off too. That's kind of fun.
It's slightly
Oh
smarter
my
than it seems. I'm gonna see if I've got something here that will work for it. Yeah, we'll go with this. Will work for fine. He's not that small. He's big.
Oh God.
As you see, the bones have kind of been, they look embedded to the wall. You see them start coming out and forming into a giant Dracula lich. I need... people have initiative for me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Quinn has 20.
All right, we'll start with Quinn then. 20 for Quinn. Psycho.
23. I rolled a natural 20 with advantage.
Not bad. Show.
Yeah, on both dice.
25.
Not bad. Goldie.
20 as well.
Not bad. We're gonna go ahead and start then with Show. What do you want to do, Show?
Well, I can't do any high-level spells for that, so I'm going to... I don't think it 1, 10, 15, 20, 25... I can make that. That's fine. I will run up and go to town, make 2 attacks.
Go for it.
First one is a 20, not natural. The second one is a 21.
Both of those is hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
One is... Oh, crap. Where'd it go? 12. The other one is 9. And
You said 12 and then a 9, so granted a total of
17.
17. Thank you.
Just for fun,
wait,
see what I think works. Stunning strike.
Sure. It's a con save, right?
17.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, right.
It gets an 18.
God dang. Okay. And then I will burn one more key for patient defense, and that'll be my turn.
Right. Next up is going to be Psycho. What you wanted to do? Psycho. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Do I see any like big pieces of rubble around the area?
Because this area has been protected from the elements and everything because of the antechamber above it, there's no real rubble here.
Damn.
Unfortunately. There are pillars, but they're intact, unfortunately.
I was gonna do something cool. Oh well. 3 Eldritch Blasts to the face.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack rolls.
That doesn't hit. 14.
Yep, unfortunately, misses. Your other 2.
Okay. That's better. 29.
That hits. Go ahead and read the third. Roll the third one real quick, just so we can do it all at once.
Yep. 28.
All right, those 2 hit. Go ahead and roll damage for those 2.
Okay. Uh, 13 force damage in all.
Total of the 13. All right, so you fire through the 3 bolts of Eldritch power. It kind of dodges the first one, but the second 2 kind of hit it in the face. One of them hits one of its eyes that you notice isn't there, while the other one has a crystal where the eye normally would be. So, like the mural you saw, this dragon is missing an eye.
Okay, yeah.
Technically, he's slightly too big here. There we go.
For my bonus action, I'm going to do Revelation Flesh and then, like, fly up to the top of the nearest pillar.
Okay. The pillars go all the way to the ceiling.
Oh, whoops. And I'll just fly, like, 10 feet up then.
Okay. Good, cool. Next up is going to be... both Goldie and Quinn have 20s, so who wants to go first?
I'll let Quinn go first.
All right, Quinn, what you wanted to do?
All right, cool. I'm going to use a sorcery point to cast this subtly, and I'm going to cast... Because you said the interesting things about that one eye you pointed out. I don't know if I can do this. If you tell me, DM, I will use Magic Missile at 7th level, and I will aim for the eye.
Oof.
Okay. There's no real benefit. Like, it's not going to do anything extra for hitting the eye. It's just missing an eye because it was missing an eye in life before it became a Dracolich.
Oh, I figured I was aiming for the crystal.
Give you the crystal one?
Yeah, the crystal one.
I'll give you an inspiration point for it because it's interesting. There's not going to be a mechanical aspect to it, but
I thought you were dangling something in front of me, so I went for it.
No, that's good. Like I said, take an inspiration point. That's
cool.
Great. Go ahead and roll your damage because there ain't shit it can do.
Okay, so tell me, are you of the school that it's just one die and then it's just for the level going up, or is it multiple
I will let
dice?
you. I'll let you choose. Generally, I
used to roll multiple dice.
I've never seen someone just roll one die and then multiply it before. I tend to prefer the multiple. Right now, It's mostly what's quick because it's getting late. So
okay, so tell me, I'm sorry because my brain is Swiss cheese right now. I'm casting at
9d4 plus 9.
94 plus 9. Thank you.
Since we have rollers, I say just use one of the rollers and say.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been doing.
9. It's easier that way.
94 plus 9. That's 30 even.
30 even. You are uninvited from his birthday party as well. So you watch as Quinn is just kind of standing there, and he kind of gives a wink, and these 9 bolts of force just fly out of him without him doing anything.
He's looking at you.
And all of them strike right in the eye. It cries out in pain. The eye itself cracks a little bit, and you see this undead tear come down for it. And he goes, "You die first."
Oh, yeah, you come over here and say that. I duck behind the door. That's the end of my action.
Okay. Well, there is no door to duck behind. That area doesn't exist.
Opening or whatever. I don't know if it was just...
Okay.
If I stand... Is
So
there not
basically,
a wall here?
you're going... there's nothing up here. If you go up here, you go...
Oh, it's just open space.
Yeah. So if you look at the map down here...
Yeah.
these 4 squares are these same 4 squares.
Okay. I thought they were like doorway hall. All right.
Theoretically, it goes down so you can have a 30-foot high ceiling, but other than that, I'm basically treating those as the same spaces.
Okay. I'll just stand over here anyway in case it's a line of... in case it does something, it's a line of fire.
Okay. Cool. Then we are going to go to Goldie. What do you want to do, Goldie?
Fly up as high as I can and fireball where it won't hit my friend in the front.
Sure. That's a save.
Dex save 19. 20.
It definitely makes it.
27 because the ones become 2s.
It is exactly a 19. So you said to 27, half of that since it made the save?
Yes.
So that's 13.
And then I will quicken Firebolt.
It's immune to firebolts.
It's a
go for it.
natural 19. I'm assuming that 31 hits.
That hits. Go and roll the damage.
23.
Your firebolt did higher than your leveled spell. That firebolt is deadly. You said 23, right?
Yes. And that will be my turn.
All right, it's pissed. First things first. I need a wisdom save from everyone.
Sure.
Can I pass it?
Any legendary actions? Because I'm a dipshit.
Can I even pass it if I roll a nat 20? That's my question. I don't think it matters. It's a -1.
So what do you say we had to? Did you give us a number or?
Just a wisdom save.
Okay.
So we'll start with Psycho.
8.
8. You fail. Quinn.
18.
You make. Show.
21.
You make it. Goldie.
-1.
You fail. Psycho and Goldie, you are frightened.
I will give my friend who did you roll a natural 1? You said.
No, I rolled a -1, so I rolled a natural 2.
Oh, okay. So technically it wasn't a 1, so I can't help you. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you two are both frightened of the Dracolich. So you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you can see it, and you can't willingly move closer to it.
That's fine with me.
And with that, it is going to... Yeah, it's going to fly right over you.
Do I get an attack?
You're welcome to try.
Okay, I'll try. I miss.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
So... It's gonna attack the one that hit it the most. So it's going after you, Show. I think, no. Goldie?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're not the names I'm used to.
Yeah, all good.
So it's gonna start off with, it's gonna try and bite you.
Probably will.
That was really, really bad. A 15?
Hits.
All right, you take 18 piercing damage plus 5 lightning damage as it chomps down and lightning kind of bursts through your Bubba body.
23 total.
And then it's going to try to slash you with both of its claws. So that's 28 and another to 28. So you take 14 slashing damage each time. So a grand total of 28. This is slashing damage.
Alrighty.
And it ends its turn. We go back up to Show. What you want to do, Show?
My plaything has left. I will turn around and go back over here.
It was going to go after Quinn, but unfortunately the thing that actually hurt it was there, so.
Alright, two punches.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Punchy, punchy, punchy.
First one's a natural 19 for 29.
Well, that hits.
Second one is a 21.
Both of those hit. Go and roll damage.
Okay. What am I rolling? T8.
Bunk it up, baby.
Ooh, first one is 12. Second one is 9 for 21.
21 is okay. Anything else you wanted to do?
Flurry of blows.
You can't flurry of Bubba blows. He's immune to flurry of Bubba blows.
Dang it, man. That is a key point, right? Yeah, okay. Make sure I spend what I need to. A 20 and a 12.
The 12 misses, the 20 hits. Go and roll the damage for the 20.
The 20 is 8 points of damage, and I'm going to use. Is it this one? No, it is a drunken technique, and so I'm going to be able to disengage and move back 10 feet. Right here.
Cool. How much damage was it again?
8.
8. Cool. I just gave it an extra 0 of hit points. You guys don't want that. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
That is.
All right. Then, Zigzakrishka unfurls its wings and slams them. And you're just.
How high am I right now? Because I flew as high as I could go.
It's large enough, and the room is just small enough that you're still. Well, again, it's a huge creature, so it goes floor to ceiling.
I'm just calculating fall damage inevitability.
Oh yeah, that might be it. So I need a dex save. I'm forgetting so much this guy has.
Oh, let's
I'm sorry, from Psycho and Shishisho. The rest of you are a little too far away.
Do you mean me or anyone, or do you mean Goldie?
I mean Goldie.
Okay.
Dirty 20, hoping it's enough.
It's a failure. And then Psycho?
Actual failure.
Actual failure, cool. So both of you take 14 bludgeoning damage as the wings beat the ground.
Please let me know if anyone rolls a 1.
And you are knocked prone, both of you.
Okay, how much fall damage?
Well, since I'm falling, I will feather fall whoever's falling.
Oh, thank you.
Theoretically, according to the flight rules in 5th edition, if you are knocked prone, but you have the ability to hover, you are effectively knocked prone in the air. You don't actually fall.
Oh, okay.
I looked into it. It's confusing as hell, but that's what I'm going to go with for right now.
Cool.
So I don't
take falling damage.
Yeah, the only limitation I'm going to put on it is you do still have to spend half your movement effectively to stay aloft.
Yep.
Fair roll.
That's fair.
And when he does that, he's going to go...
Do we get attacks of opportunity?
If you want to, they'll be made with disadvantage because you are quote-unquote...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'll give it a try anyway.
I gotta actually read my magic item if he ever attacks me. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll miss with a 9.
Yep. Okay. That brings us to Psycho.
Alright.
Again, half your movement flips you back up, right?
Yep. I'm gonna do something interesting. Provided there's enough room, I'd like to cast Edward's Black Tentacles.
How large an area does that make? 20-foot radius, right?
20-foot square.
Just a 20-foot square. Yeah, you could center it on him. However, he's large enough that because he's huge, he's only 15 feet. Yeah, you could center it effectively.
Yeah.
Right here.
Okay.
And envelop him.
For duration, these tentacles turn the ground into difficult terrain. And for the first time, when it starts its turn there, it needs to make a dex saving throw or take 3d6 bludgeoning. And
Cool.
be restrained.
Cool. Anything else you wanted to do?
No, I'm good.
All right. Then we are going to go to. I have to really quick look at this. Okay. So no, we're gonna start with Quinn.
Okay, cool. Because I was hoping to go that. I'm just gonna be real quick because Goldie's scared, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Protection from Good and Evil.
You can't see him because you are not in the room.
Oh, so I'd have to go there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I could still see him. Okay, so go here and then can cast Protection from Good and Evil on him now.
Yeah, now you can.
Yeah. So that means you'll have advantage, and it's a concentration on my part. If the target's trying frightened or anything like that, you'll have advantage on saving throws. And until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch, I'll go up and touch him. Will have against undead.
Has what against undead?
Protection against certain types of creatures, and undead's one of them. Grants benefits creatures of this type. Well, I'll just be repeating all this. Sorry. There you go.
Attack rolls against the target. Okay,
It's,
cool.
it's concentration.
No disadvantage on attack rolls. Okay.
Cool. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
And on that, because that's an action on that, and yep. So that'll I'll call it good, and I'll just go back over the side here, and and I'm done.
Right then. Goldie, what you wanted to do, Goldie?
Spend half my 25 movement getting back aloft, and I will cast Scorching Ray at fourth level. Wait, can I see the dragon still?
You cannot. It is obscured by the tentacles. So
then I'll switch it up to a fourth level Fireball to make it simple and just in the area where I saw it go last.
okay. Fireball does not need to be exact. It's a save, right? Dex save.
Yes.
You got a
19.
nat 20, so
Okay. 32, 33, so 37 halved.
it would be 18. My math is correct.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you wanted to do?
Nope.
All right. At the end of your turn,
Oh, do I gotta make a save for the fear?
yeah, go ahead and make a save. You'll make it with advantage because of the protection.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to make my save too.
I don't know if I can pass this, because that was a natural 19, which brings it to, I think it's 16. Yeah.
22.
You save. Psycho, you did it, or not Psycho. Goldie, you did it. Do not.
I don't think I can theoretically save even with a nat 20, so it's all good.
As that happens, the roof above you suddenly shudders and rubble falls down. I need a dex save from you.
Is this above me?
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm looking right at you. What are you? Oh wait. Yes, Goldie.
That's a 7.
All right. You take 21 bludgeoning damage. You are not only knocked prone, you are buried under the rubble. So this does bring you down. So if you were, the ceiling's only about 30 feet high here. So if you were at as high as you could go, that'll be 3d6 fall damage.
Alrighty.
So that's 2, 1, 3. So a grand total of 6 fall damage plus the 21 bludgeoning. So you are prone and restrained underneath the rubble.
Sounds good.
All right. Then it is the dragon's turn, because it can't actually see River right now. Does it start its
Need
turn
to
now?
make it.
Okay.
Yeah, it starts turn there. Make your deck save.
What's the save?
18.
18. Okay. It decides that it makes the save because I didn't
Okay,
roll high enough
yeah.
for it to actually make the save.
Yeah,
Legendary
okay.
action.
Legendary resistance.
So it's going to get out of there.
Okay.
Just because it doesn't like you, and the other one is restrained, it's going to fly out here, and technically, we are both in over here in the antechamber now. So I'm just going to move your token over there, so I know where we are real quick. So that's
Isn't
where you
good.
are.
Oh, fine. Yeah. Pull me all the way over here before you beat me.
So he's actually just going to float in front of you. And he's going to start by biting, which is going to be a 20 against your armor class.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure I'm adding that. Oh, no, it's a 19. If that makes a difference.
Oh, it's a 19 shield. Yeah.
Shield? Okay. So it misses on its bite. So you see the teeth coming around as they get stopped by your shield. You see lightning kind of dance across your shield itself.
Ah!
Then it comes back with 22 for
That's gonna
a claw attack, and then higher than that for another claw attack. You take a total of 28 slashing damage from the both of them. 14 plus 14.
Was it 14 and 14? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 28 damage. So there. And I gotta make 2 concentration checks. Nope. It's gone. First one down.
Okay.
Well, yeah, let's see here. Well, like, it said, yeah, just go ahead. Because Goldie said even if he rolls in that 20.
All right. So, show. You're up, but you can no longer see the monster because he is now in the room above you.
Well, let's see, I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I can do this with this mouse. Run all the way up.
And if you're walking, the stairs are difficult terrain. So
Crap,
it just costs double of your movement.
Is that 20 feet then?
Yeah, to go up the stairs, it's to 20 feet, yes.
Okay, and I started back, I think, here.
Yeah, sorry the map isn't made easier, Bubba, but I had a hard enough time getting this map to line up with the grid, so...
Alright, I have 50 feet, so I think I'm fine. Is he flying, or is he just standing there?
He's floating.
Yeah, because he has to be close enough to attack me.
Oh, he has a very long reach with his attack.
Yeah,
so.
fair. But he's like, it's also kind of like the elevation thing. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a small room, so he can't fly very high.
Yeah.
So is there I can reach him if I want to attack?
Absolutely.
Right, cool.
You are underneath him currently, though, just to let you know.
So that's 35, 40, and I won't be able to double that at all. But can I attack from here, essentially?
Definitely, yep.
Sweet. Okay,
Like I said,
then I will...
just if you stun him, he won't be able to fly. So I'm just letting you know you are underneath him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't someone else underneath him too?
You?
Yeah. If
Goldie.
No, I'm at the bottom of the stairs under a rock.
Theoretically, you're underneath him as well, but you have rocks on top of you already, so...
You have rocks to cushion the blow.
Yeah.
Alright, 2 attacks.
Like a cider press.
First one is a 20, not natural.
That hits.
Second one is a 28.
That misses.
Okay.
Couldn't roll your damage.
Oh god, both are 2s. Gross. So that's 7
It's
each.
like
That's
kissing
14
your
total.
sister.
I know, right? So gross.
So how much was it to the total?
14 total.
14 to the total. With 2s?
7.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. Math is hard.
Up the stairs.
And I will flurry of blows.
Go ahead and make your attacks. You want to do any other crazy monk shit? You want to try to stun him again? He likes being stunned.
Not while I'm underneath him, Jody.
He really likes being stunned. Like, stunned is the coolest thing ever. You should probably waste all your key
I'm not
points.
gonna do that. A 22 and a 25.
Both of those hit.
Oh, good. 11 for the first
Okay.
and 10 for the second, so 21 total. And I will use Drunker's Technique again to move
30 seconds right there.
back down the stairs. And I'm
Again,
just gonna leave.
because it's difficult terrain, you will only be able to move once as a square, because that's 10 feet.
Right there.
Well, because of Drunken Technique, I get to increase my movement speed by 10 feet.
Oh, wait. So, Drunken Technique, you get to disengage for free? Is that what it is?
Whenever you use Flurry of Blows, you gain the benefit of the disengage action, and your walking speed increases by 10 feet
Oh,
until the
then
end of
ignore
the
what
turn.
I'm saying. Go crazy. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna leave myself up here, but I'm gonna be underneath, just right here, by the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, not a problem. As that happens, the dragon, because it can't see you, is just going to take a tail attack against Quinn.
My AC is now 20 until it's my
cool.
turn.
He doesn't really care. Because he got a 24.
If there have any shot at all,
16 bludgeoning damage as his tail whips out and poof, hits you.
if I have any chance at all on that, because I think, because of the rest, because of this time, so I get I can use second chance because that was a short rest. So you try to
so
roll
you
again.
want me to roll a gig again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Well, it's a 19, so
Oh, so you miss.
missed, yeah.
Woo!
So the tail is coming right at you.
Halfling luck.
Is that what gives you that ability? Just for
Short
narrative?
Bountiful luck. So, I'm sorry, not bountiful luck. Second chance.
Is that a halfling ability or is that your wizard?
It's a
wisdom?
feat. It's a feat. Second chance feat.
From Xanathar's or Tasha's?
Xanathar's.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a bunch of the race restricted ones.
Oh, it's a
it's a
racial one.
racial
Okay,
feat.
that makes more sense. I just, in order to
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yes, it is
to
a prerequisite
describe
for
it
halfling.
correctly, it's a halfling thing. Okay, cool. So as the tail is coming
Go
towards you,
halfling shit.
and you're watching it go enough to shatter your shield. You just kind of close your eyes and just roll to the side as it lands right in the next to you, just barely missing you. That's the end of that. Psycho, what you wanted to do? Your buddy's buried under rubble. If you want to do anything about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use telekinesis to lift the boulder.
Oh, I was about to say. Well, if you want, you can just you can make a strength check, or you can telekinesis all the rubble. That works too. I will say that uses your action for your telekinesis. Are you okay with that? All right, cool.
That's fine.
Then yeah, as you're sitting there just restrained by the rocks, you just watch as Psycho just looks at you and goes, "Come on, come on, come on, come on," and all the rocks just kind of move out of the whoop away. Anything else you wanted to do?
Nope.
Cool. That's going to bring us to Quinn.
Okay. Well, he's right back here, and he's a freaking bully. And I'm going to use. I think I got to zoom all the way out now. Misty Step. Get away from him. Ah, I'm in the dark. Crap. I think I see. Yeah, there we go.
Hold up.
There you go, I'm on.
From where you were standing before, because the dragon. Nah, you can only see to hear. Because of the dragon and where you were standing, the roof cuts you off. So, because Misty Step requires you to be able to see the point, the furthest you can go is here.
Okay. Am I still going to take an attack of opportunity if I use the rest of my movement?
You are out of its line of sight as far as you can tell currently.
All right. 5, 10.
And then the
15.
tail comes down and kills you. No.
Johnny! Yep, I'm gonna go there. Bonus action, Misty Step. And...
What is the X here for?
I was marked because I was trying to gauge my distance to where I was going to go.
Okay.
I'll take it around. Yeah, I was trying to be preemptive and speed things up.
That's absolutely perfect. It's just...
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll get it out. And...
There we go. Sorry.
It'll probably make it, but it's a bonus action, so I'm going to use Mind Sliver, Intelligence 16 saving throw.
You can't see it from where you are. You have no line of sight to the dragon.
Oh, wait, I can't even say it's butt or anything because where I'm at? Okay.
No, you're again, all you could see from up there was here, and you moved even further, so you just see stairs.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm done then.
Okay, cool. At the end of that, yeah, it's gonna do that.
Can I do one thing as my minor action? Can I cast Minor Illusion, like a version of myself over here?
You bonus actioned already, so because that was your action, you mean?
Yeah.
You said as your minor action. It's like there are minor actions.
Minor action illusion. Minor illusion.
Minor illusion action. Yes, you can minor illusion, but all that will let you do is create a static image. Like again, it's a cantrip, so
yeah.
Cool. That's fine. So it's going to wing attack nothing, cause nothing's within 10 feet of it right now, because the stairs are too big. But then it's going to fly down here.
To signify it's right there.
Cool. Then we're going to go to Goldie. You're still prone, but you don't have any rocks on you.
I am going to... Everyone's positioned all weird, so I don't want to do that. So I'll just do another 3rd level fireball above it, so it doesn't hit anybody.
Okay. What's the DC again?
19 dex.
Makes it save.
If I may, I want to use it as a reaction, my restore balance, and give it and take away its advantage. Because you said it had advantage on saves. On magic.
Does. The low. Well, no, I only made one rubber roll because it succeeded on the first one. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's still going to get the save, but you would have used that skill, so I can't roll again.
That's fair.
So 30 total, so 15.
15, gotcha.
And then I'm going to have my movement to get up and then fly to the top of the stairs with the rest of it.
Cool. Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to make rubble fall on Quinn, because it's still pissed at him for mocking him. Dex save, please.
Okay, fine. Let's do this. No. Tries again. One more. No.
All right. You take 21 bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone, buried under rubble, and are restrained. Are you still conscious?
I'm still here.
Cool. Well, it is the dragon's turn. You guys are not good at lining up, and it only has a line breath weapon, which is dumb. So it's going to bite you. And unfortunately, because you are restrained, it has advantage on the attack roll.
Well, I'm dead. Again. There's no way this thing's not going to miss. Unless you roll a 1. I'm dead.
2? Yeah. So it chomps down on you.
I'm pretty sure you do at least 18 damage.
Oh yeah, more than that. I'm just with it being an incredibly smart creature. I'm figuring out what it's going to do with its other two attacks. It's going to use one of those attacks. Yeah, to hit you. Giving you 2 failed death saves.
Mean-spirited bastard.
He said you die first. Remember those were words.
Oh God.
He's a vindictive dragon. I'm super sorry, dude.
No, I know. You're playing it fair.
That's a nat
Some creatures
20.
are tactical, some creatures aren't. A blue dragon is vindictive, and as a bastard is probably tactical.
The 2 people it can see right now have not done exorbitant amounts of damage to it. The one that it would want to kill it can't see.
And I'm snack-sized, I get it.
So it slashes again. 2 failed death saves. You are dead.
Oh, you're gonna... Oh, outright. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. That's what it would do. The idea of you waking up and doing more damage. It gets 3 attacks.
Wait. I'm confused. It can't see anyone else?
It can't see the target it wants to kill.
It wants me.
Thus far, Psycho has not done significant amounts of damage.
Oh, man. All right, fine.
And you have, and you pissed it off. So, right now, it could only hit Psycho with a single attack, which isn't going to do much to it. So, you decide to kill you. I'm sorry. And then it's going to turn to the other ones.
If you don't want to join your friend, leave. Now that I've killed the one who upset me, I'm feeling generous. If you all leave now, I will allow you to live.
And with that, it goes back to Show. What would you like to do, Show?
I say thank you. I turn around and walk up the stairs. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I say, peace! Deuces!
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna haunt you! I will carry out my promise!
You're dead. I don't care. Alright, so I was going to do something with that, but I can't do that anymore because you're dead. Alright, so I'll just run up and wash, rinse, repeat. 2 attacks. 22 and an 18.
It's miss for the second. AC is in the 19 to make things go a little bit faster here.
Gotcha. First one is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Flurry of blows.
Go ahead and roll both of those.
Uh, 21 and 23. So 8 and 12 for 20.
Still upright.
And disengage and back up to the top of the stairs.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it is going to... Yeah, it's going to wing attack, so I need a dex save from... I keep wanting to say owie. Psycho.
Okay.
I've almost called you owie, I think 4 times now.
Natural 20.
Not bad at all. I think you don't take damage then. Let me look. Yeah, you don't take the damage and you're not knocked prone.
Sweet.
It's going to 20. It's going to fly. As it comes up, it speaks a word, and the doors open, and it flies through the doors.
Door's right next to me.
Yep. As it's going, it goes,
Fools, I will return with an army!
Next up is going to be Psycho. What you wanted to do?
Oh, did I get an attack of opportunity as he flew past? Or is he too high?
I'll say he was a little too high for you, because he would have noticed that. And knowing how things work, he would have flown over here instead of just straight out. So currently, no one can see him.
Gotcha.
All right. So anyway, sorry, Psycho, what you wanted to do?
Would I still be able to see him go out the door?
You would have watched him fly out, so you know which direction he went. Currently, no one has line of sight on him because he's outside. If you want to go up the stairs, you can. Each square of the stairs is 10 feet instead of 5. So what's your movement, speed?
30 feet.
So with your movement, you could get to the top of the stairs, which would be, if you scroll over to the other map, you go all the way to left, you would basically be right here. Do you see where I'm kind of blinking?
Yeah, kind of.
You want me to move your piece to where it would be?
Yes, please.
Okay. So, I'll move you over here. Again, you just go to the left side of the map, and you would be right there. Do you see where you would be if you used your full movement?
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Is that good? Is that where you want to be?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure I have everything under control before I do this.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just curious because I'm dead. The sandstorm's still going on, right?
Currently, yes.
And I have line of sight on this?
Unfortunately, because the wall right there, you can't actually see him unless you go out these doors. This wall is blocking line of sight. You're a sorcerer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have Quicken spell?
No, I don't.
Okay. No, not a problem at all. So you can't see him. However, you guys have seen him fly. You know how far he can get. If you have some sort of area spell, you can technically blind fire it. Because you don't need line of sight, you just need an area you can see.
Okay.
So if you want to try an area spell, you're more than welcome to do. Or you could hold it and wait to see him. If you think he might come back, it's entirely up to you.
I'm gonna try a 7th level fireball, and I'm gonna use heightened spell.
Cool. He's going to choose to make the save no matter what. And he has 2 hit points, so it doesn't matter if he makes his save.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Alright! Knowing that my friend has just died, his anger goes all the way up to 100%, and he blasts a fireball right towards him.
So, Psycho, as you see the dragon sit there and claw your final friend unconscious, you see him gorge him and rip out his heart, and you know your friend is gone. And then the dragon yells at you and flies away. You kind of brace yourself for the blast of wing, and a cold anger fills you. You walk slowly in the direction you saw him go, going up the stairs. The rest of your friends are in shock, and you don't care. You get up to the top of the stairs. You extend a single hand. Fire engulfs the hand completely. You close it, and this brilliant flash of fire fires off. You see this huge explosion in front of you. You hear the creature scream in agony, and it says, "I will find you. I will come back, and I will kill all of you and raise your corpses to clean my altar." And the bones disintegrate. As you walk out, you can see the bones smoldering and disintegrating into nothing.
he relaxes and then worries about the corpse.
I would say, well, that was transpiring. I would be rifling through Quinn's pockets because it's what Goldie does. My hoard grows.
All right.
Sorry, I have to step away real quick. I don't have that much gold on me, so good luck, best friend.
So the monster's gone. To kind of speed things along, so it's very, very, very late. Is there anything you guys want to do in this room? Like search it at all?
While they were doing that, I'm just looting my dead compatriot. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Well, the fact that you're looting the dead body, you would probably loot the room, and you find 2 treasure hoards.
Hey!
You
This is my
find
hoard now.
the first one has 4,450 gold pieces, 370 platinum pieces, a wand of polymorph,
Ooh.
and a spell scroll of wish. The second one has 12,040 electrum pieces, a staff of withering, a +2 longbow, and a petrified chewinga.
Oof. Fucking must again shut up like a Medusa.
Blue comes forward to the door that is sealed shut with magic. And he kind of looks at you guys for permission.
Yeah, do it, I guess.
He taps his chest, and it opens up, and the door slides open. The golem's chest opens to reveal its sapphire heart. Blue light bursts from the gem and hits the double to the doors. The symbols on the door glow with blue fire, accompanied by a perceptible shudder and a crackle of magical energy. With a groan and the grinding of stone on stone, the doors open for the first time in ages. I will clear up the rest of the fog of war here so you guys can see the rest of them on the map. You go down, all the way down, and you see a sarcophagus. A spacious tomb holds a sarcophagus made of stone covered with glyphs. Magical glowing stars painted on the stone adorn the ceiling. The west wall bears a carving of a beautiful scene of a river and rolling hills inside a stone frame etched with symbols. A glyph appears on the golem and illuminates. At the same time, the scene on the west wall of the room slowly comes to life. The carved river begins to flow, and the flowering plants by the river take on color and start to wave in a gentle breeze. The stone frame looks like a portal to this beautiful place. So the golem stands there and he looks at you guys. Alex G has redeemed a few things. Really quickly. Potion of Greater Healing for Goldie. 44 plus 4 hit points. A Potion of Greater Healing to Quinn. Unfortunately, Quinn is dead, so that potion won't do anything for him. So I'm just going to refund those points to you, Alex. And you can use those for whatever you like. And then a potion of regular healing for Psycho, which is 2d4 plus 2.
Awesome.
Thank you, Alex G. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
So the golem stands there, and it looks at the tomb, and it looks at you guys, and so it signs. I push. This is, and he points. This is sarcophagus. I push this sarcophagus, and then he points to the now what looks like a portal.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Okay. It pushes the prince's sealed sarcophagus through the portal into Elysium. You see 3 solars, which are lawful good celestial humanoid creatures. Meet the golem on the other side. Open the sarcophagus. Welcome the prince into the afterlife. And take the Nether Scroll of Asmer into its safekeeping so that no one can use it for wrong. As the sarcophagus opens, you see the prince come out looking young and vibrant. He turns back to you. And he looks at the golem, and the golem kind of looks at you, and the golem says, "Thank you, my master." Can rest. The golem takes items out of the coffin and places them through the portal, including gold funerary items that are worth 2,500 gold pieces, a platinum death mask worth 5,000 gold pieces, and the sapphire shard from the Prince's Right poem worth 200 gold pieces, and a memoir that he places through that describes the dangers of the Nether Scroll and the entire story of what happened to the prince. And then as the prince stands there with his golem friend in Elysium, yes, thank you. And the portal slowly turns back into a painting.
While all that was going on, I was still upstairs with Quinn, and I take the scroll, and I wish that he gets resurrected, but as an ugly dwarf.
I can find true polymorph,
Um,
and I'm vindictive.
Oh man.
So
really,
narratively, I just want to address this. Like,
You
We
are the
have-
humanoid version of Cube.
oh, are you there? There. Okay, you're very still.
yeah,
Are you there,
I'm
Jody?
sorry.
Okay.
I'm reading something really quick. Really quickly, I would like Goldie. I would like you to roll percentile dice for me.
I have to ask: does that count as yes, resurrected and transfer? I guess it works. Okay.
Because it's a wish spell, it happens.
Yeah.
He wants you're alive and you're a dwarf.
Okay. I didn't know.
There
'Cause I
are-
know some. Yeah.
There are no spells that do that are 8th level or lower, so this is just a wish spell that you are alive and you are a dwarf. And because it's a basic enough wish that you described to the wish spell, there's really not a ton of bad things that can happen with it, but I still need that percentile roll.
50
And
even.
he is ugly, by the way.
And yeah, this is ugly.
It's 50 even.
50 even? All right.
I can go through the trouble of finding a true polymorph at the very least.
Just going, letting you know, each time you cast a spell until you finish a long rest, you will take a d10 of necrotic damage per level of that spell.
Ooh.
Your strength is 3.
I think it's already that low. Hold on. Oh no, it becomes I lose 1 strength.
Okay. For the next 5 days, your strength will be 3. But you are not prevented from casting the wish spell ever again. So if you ever get access to another,
wasn't that just a spell scroll anyway?
because it's a wish spell, he may be casting it from a spell scroll, but he's still casting it, so he has to endure the effects of this as a spell.
I know why. Isn't a spell scroll one and done?
It is. However, it can be.
Oh, okay.
One of the things that can happen.
If he ever learns it.
One of the things can happen if you cast the wish as a spell, is you can be prevented from ever casting it again.
Yeah, exactly.
So theoretically, if he had learned it or
ever
found it
learned
somewhere
it,
else.
Yeah. That's what I got.
So, because it is extremely late right now, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. That is where I'm going to end it for this week. Next week, we'll do a real quick epilogue, and then we'll get back. Or not next week. Next session, we'll do a real quick epilogue, and we'll go back to Traversing the Veil. So thank you to everyone that tuned in. I really, really appreciate it. If you missed any of the episode, I do upload all of these on Sunday on my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TrainerJody. Otherwise, that's all for me, and I will see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.